And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please welcome to the ice the members of the 2016 NCAA National Champions from the University of North Dakota.
Welcome back to the Has-Beens, presented by 10K Takes, brought to you always by the Chill Boys. And you can go on www.chillboys.com. And listeners, you can type in HB15 to get 15% off your first order from the Chill Boys. Get your underwear, socks made out of bamboo. And as always, I am joined by Jack Mason, Trevor Olson, and two special guests here. Our first girls on the show. And we've got Liv Halvorson, reigning out of Richfield, Minnesota, and Dani Sadek, coming from Lakeville. It's rumored that she lives in Lakeville. She's from Lakeville, but she does hate anyone who lives on the south side because she is Lakeville North. Mm-hmm. And is that true?
Oh, yeah. Still hate them.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Yeah, I don't like the south either. I'm more of a north guy.
I love the south. Strictly because of past experiences.
Yes.
Lakeville South, good peeps.
Oh, no, she was at that game.
I was at that game, front row.
Yeah,
I wasn't there. Do I need to hear the story?
We don't need to talk about it.
We'll get into it
He'll
later. Probably.
also bring it up for sure at some point.
It's my glory days, state high school championship, 2 goals.
The favorite.
Lost 3-2 as the 1 seed.
Was that the first game?
That was the first game.
Yeah, and then I remember they got blew out the second game.
To Benilde, yeah.
Yep. Oh.
BSM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, congrats on the state championship there again. Also, that's great shit. But let's get into our weekend recap brought to you by Beauty Status. And like I said last week, guys, Beauty Status has those head covers for your driver. And they've got poles now for the golf course, as well as all the other stuff. They've got, stickers and flags for the man cave. Just very authentic stuff. They do a genuine job there with the Minnesota brand and in hockey all around. And what did we get up to this weekend, everyone? Ols, do you want to start us out? What did you get up to?
I feel like you guys have some lines tangled over there, so I'll go first, get mine out of the way. But I went up to Lake Lyda, up about an hour short of Fargo there, to the gals' cabin. We had a little birthday weekend. There were 3 friends that had birthdays, so we figured we'd make a nice little friend weekend out of it. Went up there Friday, beautiful day, hit Party Cove for 2 days straight. A little Beersby, little yard games, a lot of music, a lot of beers, ton of beers.
What do you have as the number one yard game in those scenarios? You know, you mentioned Beersby, you've got bags. There's others. What do you have as number one slot?
That's a great question. I'm going to go Beersby.
I think it's unmatched. It's the best.
Even you can play it on land in the water, but in the water's especially good. Oh. You're just, waist up, sun's just blasting that white body, like just blasting it, beer in one hand. Body. Yeah. So I'm going Beersby, but bags is close too, for sure.
What about spike ball?
Spike ball's a little active for me.
It is active.
A little too much movement required there. Especially when you got a couple inside the belly there. You got a belly full of Busch Light.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sticking away from the spike ball there. That's a weekday game for me.
Yep, for sure.
Maybe an edible at night and then play some spike ball. But, Monday, Tuesday action. But, Friday, Saturday comes around. Just plant my feet in a certain spot and then I'll try to be active.
All upper body. We can do that, but as soon as we start moving the feet, it gets ugly.
Well, we'll get to what did you guys get up to? I'm assuming it was kind of the same thing. So you spent the whole weekend together, kind of.
Yes. So I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm visiting Minnesota this weekend. So I was in Nashville for work all week, which was an absolute bender and grind. But landed Friday night. Got after it again Saturday. We actually were going to the Mall of America on Saturday for God knows why. But
it was raining.
Yeah, it was raining. So we're going to just, kill time.
Make a day out of it. And then my coworker called me and he's like, get your ass to Maynard's. And we're like, no, maybe we'll go later. And then I was like, should we just go? And Liv's like, let's do it.
Was this Saturday?
Yeah. This was before we saw you guys.
Yeah. 1 p.m. Saturday, ended up at Maynard's taking a Casamigos shot.
There it is.
You know, just
waiting for that.
Kind of went
Yeah.
from there.
I wanted to know what they started off with. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping they'd say a couple bootlegs. God damn, I love those
I
things.
had one of those.
Yeah.
So good.
I had to go
Gimme.
straight shot just to get it going.
You
Again,
have
know?
to.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Casamigos, was it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yum.
Tequila of choice.
I said no, I didn't want to.
Can you
no.
keep those down pretty easy? Sometimes
Not
with
at 1
with a
p.m.
Casamigos, it's like
So
mouth
smooth.
mouth gets a little watery, saliva glands start going. You're like,
That's how D is. I'm
I'm bad.
so smooth.
I have a bad habit of smelling my shot or my drink before I do it. So if I do tequila, it's really bad.
Any
Yeah.
type of drink, you just
For
smell
some
it.
reason, I just kind of, wine's different. I think you're supposed to do that, aren't you? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you're supposed to
sniff
swish
it
it
and-
around.
Yeah.
Like a natty
Let it
light, you're
breathe.
just gonna
Well, that's
Make
fair.
sure.
Beer, I just kind of crack open and
Yeah, it's out of
and
the
let it
can. You
fly,
don't get
but
as big of a whiff.
Yeah, for sure.
you have to really stick your nose in.
Yeah. It was
like
a fun
that.
weekend.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, well, I Friday, I went and bought some steaks, grilled them, stayed in, started this TV show called Alone, where you just try to live in the mountains
Yep.
alone. And the last one standing wins $500,000. Pretty sick show.
Wow.
Because they all show up like, oh, I got this great idea, and then it was so funny. One of these guys left after 5 days. Like, the winner's like there for 6 months. This guy goes like telling everyone like, oh yeah, I'm going on Alone, gonna win it. 5 days. Back home. Wasn't even a full week.
I don't think I could last a day.
No, I mean, but if you're gonna go, like, you gotta think.
And
You know what you're doing.
most of those people have like backgrounds of like,
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
They're sharing the sharing the background of everyone, and you're like, oh, this guy's gonna win. Oh, this girl's gonna win. Like they're all nail guns, and then gone after 5 days. You're like, I think I could
describe
stay there
nail
long.
gun?
Yeah. I was wondering that too.
Okay, so nail gun is, it's like it's a hockey term used when, a tough guy on another team,
Oh.
a
yeah.
fighter, he's a nail gun. He's
Okay.
tough as shit.
Okay.
So
Like a
our
tool.
nail gun of the week that we do is, kind of just someone who's like, fuck, that's a nail gun. And it doesn't have to be about fighting, like it could be about anything.
Liv was a nail gun.
Well, we'll get into that, but she's
I
actually,
respect that.
before we get into that, she's actually my nail gun of the week, and I'll explain why.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
We'll explain why. It's a
Okay.
pretty good story, but
Can't wait to hear.
but yeah. Then Saturday I went out to my friend's house, Paul Ledoux. We had him on here. Not a great interview with Paul, but it was because we had the NHL game playing, and he was kind of distracted watching the
yeah.
game, and it wasn't into it as much. But we got a couple things out of him. But so, anyways, went to his house, watched the UFC fights in London there with Paddy the Batty. He's this UFC fighter who he's out of Liverpool, England, and he's just fucking wild. Anyways, so he fights at 155 when he fights, and he's just shredded. Well, as soon as the fight's over, he just gets fat. Like he goes up to like 200 pounds, and he's just fat. And
my
there's these
gosh.
pictures of him just like full on fat ass, like 10 weeks before his fight, and then he's fighting, and he's like just so shredded. And it's insane how he gets down to it. But yeah, he won his fight. He's a Barstool Sports athlete, so Portnoy was there,
Oh, yeah. I
hugging him
saw that
after the
on
win and
Barstool.
stuff, and walks in with him. So it was fun watching that. And then after that, we obviously got to the old Yar games after when we convinced Dani and Liv to come over with Kip and all those girls that we used to kind of met them in the Victoria COVID days.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great time.
But we just had a great time outside, some day drinking going on, and then just kind of went to Fletcher's and.
You forgot
End
the
of the
best
night.
part. Musical flip cup.
Well, yeah, we'll get into that because I want to.
Okay.
I want to.
Is that part of the nail gun of the
Okay,
week?
okay, so sorry.
I like that.
And then Sunday, I think I got out of bed at about 4 p.m. and got dinner and then got back in bed.
One of the best days I've ever heard.
That's how Sunday should be spent. It's a good Sunday.
I almost finished Alone, and now here I am.
There's nothing better than a hung horizontal sesh. You're-
Oh yeah.
I almost felt worse today because I did that. Like I should have got out and done something. Like I felt terrible today. But anyways, we'll move on to the fun stuff now. Brought to you by Butter Golf. Obviously, our last episode, we brought up Butter Golf. It's a golf apparel brand, kind of hockey based. started by our friend Jordan Schmaltz, and they're kind of just kicking off their stuff. So go visit butter.golf. That's their website name. They've got an Instagram as well. They've got really cool shirts and t-shirts and head covers and that stuff. So go check that out. We'll get into the fun stuff now. We'll start off with what's bumping. So basically just, what are a couple songs you've been listening to that you think the listeners should know about? Because everyone likes getting a good song, What am I looking for? Suggestion.
Yeah.
Because it's always hard finding new songs. So
True.
So we're not going streamline here, like what's bumping that like maybe the listeners wouldn't know about.
Well, it could be anything. I mean, anything that you think, the listeners should be listening
What are you
to.
vibing to right now?
Okay.
Is there a specific song,
Yeah, I mean-
station, if you're a Pandora person, car radio,
Yeah.
whatever it might be.
I can start us off here.
Okay.
So it's kind of building off of, we had Jordo on last week, talked about Caddyshack. I ended up watching it again. And just an all-time banger that you kind of forget about, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, okay.
Boogie Wonderland.
Oh, yes.
Unbelievable.
Oh, we're playing. You can't not like bob your head.
You can't. It's impossible. I love these
Yeah,
old school
yeah.
songs like that because that's what it's all about.
Now, this one, obviously, you're not going to be listening to it in the morning going to work. Like,
You might be.
Yeah,
just driving to work. Just,
I totally
That's
was.
definitely a song I'm putting on before going to work.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that one's like a kind of a go night song for me, but feel good. Like, you just feel like fucking vibing after that one. So that's one. And then I got one that I don't think anyone will know. It's called Bad Habit by Steve Lacy. It's a little R&B and soul music, 2022. We'll start it off for us so you can...
I feel like this is like a cooking song. If you're cooking in your kitchen,
Really?
you let this one vibe out in the background. No, maybe.
Oh, no, I can see that.
See, I've never heard of this song.
Me either.
I stick to
Yeah.
Pandora, Hip Hop Barbecue.
Do you
That's all
really
I
use
do.
Pandora?
That's it. Yeah, with the
my.
commercials.
I didn't know that was still an app.
Yeah, it
Me
is.
either.
Oh.
It's crazy that
Is
he
it an
goes
app or just a
Pandora.
website?
No, it is an app. It is an app still.
It's a radio.
Thanks for checking
it's
in.
a radio app that just has ads every other song, and it
I wonder
just
if I still have
plays
my
random
account.
songs. It's a cool thing, but it's like, how is that your music app that you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
right?
legacy.
I have every genre, so I just click which one I'm feeling. 60s, 70s, 80s, 2000s.
You know that
hip-hop.
Spotify and Apple Music also provide
They do,
the same
yep,
options.
yep. And I just haven't made the transition over. And
Are you scared?
No,
Old school.
I've made like 2 accounts, and every time I pull up my music, it's just straight to Pandora. I don't know if it's like a habit thing.
He's
or...
stuck in his ways for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah.
At least you're not listening to KWB or.
I
No,
do
that's just
live-
in the
I
car.
listen to KWB.
Yeah. Thank
On the
you,
way to work.
Danny.
It's a good talk
So
show.
I don't live in Minnesota, but I was just driving here and my parents didn't have like the phone connect, and I was like
yeah.
101.3. It's like the only station. I was
yeah.
like, I'm gonna hit it.
Yep.
Good tune.
It- Actually, that new Beyonce song came on.
Which
is that
It's like super new.
Is that what's bumping for Liv?
It was bumping on the way over.
Play it for
Beyonce?
us. Play
It's
it.
like all right.
Have you already downloaded it on your Spotify?
Yeah. I usually just like click like, and then it's just there, and then
Whenever
I
someone
hit it a lot.
mentions Beyonce, all all I can think about is single ladies in
Yeah.
the dance.
Totally.
We did dance to that this weekend.
Yeah.
we did.
We did the whole-
That music video is all time.
Oh, yeah.
Very good music video.
Oh, is this it?
Oh,
Okay.
I can vibe to
Oh
that.
yeah, this came on. I'm like, all right.
All right, I
like it,
like
Liv.
that.
I don't know how long of it you want me to play. You guys can listen to it later.
But
a good one.
Good
though.
beginning. Good
what else
beginning.
is bumping in your world? Any
gotta-
favorite songs, sneaky songs?
My like summer anthem is. I'm not trying to swear on your show, but it's literally called "Best Fucking Summer"
Really?
by Alice.
Really?
Really?
Good
It's been
tune?
my anthem right now.
I
Yeah.
like that. I'm going to have to look into that.
Yeah.
You can absolutely swear this is not a clean podcast. We're
I
hockey
didn't want to
players.
start out strong, like "Best Fucking Summer," but it's really good.
All right, good to know.
You should give it a listen.
I like that.
Love it.
Best Fucking Summer by Alice.
Alice.
Do you guys have anything to add there, or just you don't I mean, you're just Pandora. So do you have any new music that you can
Does
share?
Danny want to go first? I mean, I'm going to
Sure.
stick to my stuff that I say on every episode. So I'll go next. We'll have her go, and then I'll just say the same shit I did last time.
Okay, this might be a little basic, but I'm a big Morgan Wallen fan. I know Liv is too, but
Interesting.
I love belting out in my car, sand in my
You don't like Morgan Wallen?
No, I just think it'll add
okay.
some good stuff later on here.
Okay. Sorry, D.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. I really like Sand in My Boots because I literally know every single word. It's the
That's
best
a
when you know.
hell of a tune.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
And even
what a
if-
song.
We went to his concert. I'm sure you were there too. But oh my God, I like almost started tearing up. He's
Danny
so
had
good.
sand in her boots at the concert.
Yes, totally.
There's actually nothing worse than sand in the boots, though.
It's
So, I
terrible.
mean, it's,
Yeah.
it's awful.
She brought a bag of sand and started pouring it in her boots when the song came on.
And everyone else's.
Yeah, I got sand in our boots.
You gotta feel it. You gotta
Yeah.
feel the song.
It was funny. I was sitting next to Sophie Bulow, and I literally knew every word. And she's like, "Wow, you really studied up on this
Oh,
concert."
yeah.
I was like, "Yep." But that one for sure, and then a song called "How Will I Know" by Whitney Houston and
Yep.
Clean Bandit.
How will I know?
Well, it's kind of the remix.
Oh. Is that a saxophone?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, you need someone tickling the
Yeah.
sax.
Oh yeah. Just
Always.
tickling it.
Anything with
tune.
the sax is a good song.
Yeah.
I like that.
The sax elevates every song.
You know what I'd like? You guys want to create a nice little playlist for me, and then I'll do
Yes.
Spotify, and you can just send it over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that,
All
can
in.
you can do that? Is that new
I
age
think
stuff?
so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you could add to it as well.
Lovely.
Liv
That's
always
perfect.
had the aux in the locker room, so she's got good tunes.
Really, you were the aux
Oh, yeah.
I was
person.
the Ox gal.
All
SoundCloud.
right.
Shit.
Oh,
All right.
Yep. She was good.
Me and you would vibe because I just threw on 2000s hip hop all day,
Just
every
let
day.
it eat.
Grills, Laffy Taffy.
Laffy Taffy
Yeah.
like gets everyone going.
Thank you.
Oh my god. D4L.
Thank you.
All day.
It is. It's great. You know, maybe a little Baby Got Back, a little Wind song, yeah, that's what I
yeah.
do. Anything you hear at like these, you know, like the Loop, you know,
yeah.
remix to Ignition,
Yeah.
all those
Getting hot
that's-
in here.
Yeah.
It's getting hot in
Exactly.
here.
I stay,
Bartender.
Bartender, yep.
What's a candy shop?
yeah, keep going. I mean, you guys know what I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about
Oh,
here.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Have to play Mr. Brightside remix every
Yep.
time.
Yep.
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 Yeah.
So I just stay right where I'm known. So that's all I got here for the what's bumping.
All right. I always like to hear Mace's opinions on these, but Mace, for the listeners, Mace doesn't have a microphone right now, so he's kind of just sitting in the corner watching us. But I know he's got something. But we'll wait till next week to hear those, I guess. Let's move on to the nail gun of the week. And I mean, I sent this out, and I sent the nail gun of the week, so I always send it to our guests just so they have an idea of what we're going to talk about. And I don't think these girls understood what I meant by that.
That's why I clarified at the
Yeah.
beginning. I wasn't sure.
So they might not have one, but
No.
I'll start
try
us
to think of
off.
one.
I'll start us off hot here. My nail gun of the week is for sure Liv here, right next to me. So we play this musical flip cup game. It's similar to musical chairs, except you're flipping a cup. It's a drinking game. So you fill your cup up a little bit with some alcohol, whatever you may choose, and music starts playing, and you all start walking around the table. Well, everyone starts off with sunglasses on. If you are eliminated, the last person to flip your cup, you pass your sunglasses to the person to the right of you, and they wear your shades. So as the game goes on, you know, once you get to the final match, 1v1, both contestants have a lot of sunglasses on. It's pretty funny. Well, Liv not only won the first game, but she also went back to back and won the second game as
Versus
well.
the same person.
Versus the same person, Keaton Thompson. It was incredible. It was an
impressive.
incredible showing.
was
And
unreal.
for us guys and the girls, it was unbelievable that she was able to beat Tomer twice because we really wanted that to happen. And it did, and we kind of stormed Liv and had our celebration. It was an all-time moment when she went
It
back
really
to back.
was.
So Liv's got my nail gun of the week for sure for that performance. Just incredible stuff there, Liv.
Love it, Gage. I appreciate
It
it.
literally felt like the Stanley Cup. Like I
Oh
was
yeah.
so happy.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, we were Johnny
I board
Shotgun.
jumped.
Yeah, we board
Oh, yeah.
jumped. Yep.
We were playing We Are the Champions. I mean, it was was wild.
Anytime you have a chance to be Keaton Thompson in something and everybody is
2 times.
on your
Twice.
side. Everybody's on your
Oh
side.
yeah. Oh yeah. We had the crew going.
He wanted the best of 5.
I've got Liv with the championship photo on my phone too. With she's got like 15 shades on her face.
Yep.
It's pretty funny.
It's a good pick.
I truthfully can't believe that game has lived as long as it's gone.
I know.
It's been
It really is
It's
one of the
fun.
best games of all time.
It's underrated.
So underrated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It just adds a nice twist to, a boring flip cup game.
Yeah, and everyone can play, right? Like,
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you get the beer pong going, it's limited to 4 people.
Yep.
Yeah.
So everyone's standing around watching. Well, this game, it gets everyone involved and like you're pumped. Like
Totally.
everyone's into
Everyone's
it.
got to throw a move. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
You're dancing around the whole time doing it. Like that's one of the rules. When you're walking around, you got to be dancing.
Yep.
Yep.
You can't just, if you're just walking around trying to, focus on your flip, you're out.
I do
You don't
like
want that shit.
I
She
do
was-
like that.
She was one touching all game long. Like,
Yeah, I was. It was.
One touch flip. She probably fucking practiced.
No, I came
Yeah.
off the plane real hot.
I know
Friday
she
night,
was
and-
she was kind of practicing in between rounds.
Yeah.
bending the rules a little bit there, but
she was.
Win's
But,
a win.
Yeah, exactly.
Wins
They don't
win.
ask how.
No.
Never.
Once you see the pick, yeah, you won't ask how.
I'll build off that. I'll let you guys think a little bit more. It could be anything, just something impressive that you've seen.
like the week before, I had a bear as mine.
You saw a bear?
Well, a bear that saw himself in a mirror for the first time. He tried beating the shit out of himself in the mirror, and he took down the mirror pretty quick. And I was like, "That's my nail gun of the week." That bear just beat the shit out of himself.
So it doesn't have to be serious or anything like that.
All right.
But I'll say mine, and if you guys still haven't found one, then we'll just tell you to kick rocks and we'll move on. Nail gun of the week, Hannah Gelhar. If you've never heard that name, she's a fantastic human, UND grad. She's an ICU nurse now. She was one of the gals up there this weekend. Her battle level was unmatched. I watched. It was her birthday on Saturday, and I watched her chug about 47 seltzers.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we got back for dinner, and she was not having it, was in real trouble with some puking sneaking up on her. And are you guys Stranger Things people?
A little bit. Semi.
Okay, so without ruining this next season, basically to get rid of the monster, they play their favorite song. And one of the guys that we were with, he's obsessed with Stranger Things. So he's like, Hannah, what's your favorite song? We'll play it. Boom, played her favorite song, and she rose from the dead like I've never seen before.
No way.
She slammed 2 waters, and all of a sudden she was dancing around again. The battle level was incredible.
Incredible.
So that's my nail gun of the week.
I want to know
Great
your
one.
guys' like that one song that comes on and you're just like,
Yeah,
no
that's
matter
a good
what,
question.
like what is that song for you?
Laffy Taffy. I know every word.
So do I. We could sing it together.
Oh
later.
yeah, I love it. That's my go-to. Know every word. My body can't move like
Out of
that.
body experience.
Yeah,
Out of body.
yeah.
I
That's
think
my
for
go-to.
that I'm going Party in the USA, Hannah Montana. Or Miley
Nice.
I was
Cyrus.
gonna say that one. You know,
I
every
mean,
word.
that just brings me back to freshman year, like.
I karaoke'd that song on the big screen down in Orlando.
I'm awake. That reminds me so much of Clark Saunders. We talked about him a little bit last week, but he was a huge Pitbull guy because he kind of looks like Pitbull. Anytime you'd fucking throw on a Pitbull song, like if he was your beer pong partner and you're down, you just throw on a Pitbull song and Dale just automatic just. Like, just start darting.
away.
Like, he's like, "Oh, it's over, Pitbull. Let's go." And Pitbull's like the most random fucking artist to be a fan of, right? Like, who says like, "Yeah, play a Pitbull song"? Like, I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I can't even name a song off the top of my head.
Although I went to what's the Christmas thing that they do here? The Christmas concert at the XL.
Jingle
Ball.
Yes.
Yeah,
I've been there.
I
Yes,
went
me
to
too,
that
Justin Bieber.
this last year. 27-year-old guy.
Oh my god.
Ripping it in the upper. Who shows up? Mr. Worldwide. Pitbull just
Heck yeah.
banging the XL Energy Center
Mr.
down.
Worldwide, baby.
Oh my
All
god.
time.
It's got a fucking shiny top.
Oh
on him.
yeah.
Totally. with the shades.
waxed.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
So do you guys have anything? Any person, excellent effort over the weekend?
Or just in the past year?
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
You got anyone that's just...
I'm not creative.
All right, we won't put you on the spot. If it
I
comes
really
to
have
you,
been trying to think. Like
if it comes to you in a memory later on,
Yeah, it might
just
come.
spit it out.
It might come out later. We'll move on to the next one. Who's the most famous person you've ever met in person? And it could be like, not even like, it could just be like you got close and, tapped their shoulder or something. Like, who's the most famous person you can think of that you've come across in your life? Does
Okay.
anyone have anything? Do you guys have
yeah,
one that you're thinking about? Danny, you want to start us
Yep.
off?
I'm gonna have to say Joe Burrow. He went to
Really?
Ohio State, and he was kind of a nobody there. He was like
he
third.
didn't even play.
Yeah, we were friends with him. Like, didn't think anything of it, and came to our parties. Like, really nice guy. And yeah, I mean,
That's pretty sick.
I don't know.
That's
That's the only person I can think of. I mean,
I'd
we're
say,
around.
I'd say Big Dick Joe's a pretty famous person.
I don't know.
Is there any insider trading there? Do
No,
we
I
know
just-
if that name
No, I
is
just call him Big Dick Joe because he's just fucking clutch in
Yeah.
big time moments. I mean,
True.
he's got a big
Yeah.
dick.
I like that. That's a good one.
First thing I thought of?
I was we were literally just talking about it before,
Yeah.
and I can't think of like celebrities that I've met.
Only athletes, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, I got lucky. I ran across the person that I met. We were in South Carolina for one of the big tennis tournaments. It just happened to be the time that I went down there, and I met and took a picture with the guy from what's the the Rock football show on Showtime or HBO, whatever it is.
Hard Knocks.
No, The Rock. Help me out here.
Gridiron Gang?
No, it's not a movie. It's a show.
The Rock has
Billions?
Oh, yeah.
Or,
no.
Not
I know what you're
Billions.
talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's the agent or whatever,
Yes.
the financial guy.
The offensive lineman. I can't remember the big guy. Mace, I need you to look this up because I'm getting pissed.
Why can't I think of that name of this show?
I don't know. It's one of the.
It's not a movie.
It's not a movie.
No,
It's
it's
a
a
show.
TV show. It's a
TV
great show, too.
And The Rock's like an agent for all these NFL players. He's part of an agency. Anyway, one of the actors on that show was at the tennis tournament, and so I took a picture with him and whatever on it, put it on Instagram, and I labeled it Denzel Washington.
Ballers, yeah.
Ballers. Yeah. Do you have a picture?
I haven't seen that.
He's like probably the third main character. He's a big fella.
Yeah, go into the cast, Mace.
Anyway, yeah, I took a picture with him and I labeled it Denzel Washington. And everybody was like, "That's not Denzel."
Yeah, no shit, buddy.
It was supposed to be a joke.
His last name's
yeah.
Washington.
Fifth
on the
guy in.
left?
Omar Benson Miller.
Yep, fifth guy in.
Oh, fifth guy in.
Right there.
Oh.
that
Yes,
guy.
yes, he's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I met him.
else is he
Met him.
in?
Took
Yeah.
a
What else
picture.
is he in?
He's in like fuck. Is
We're gonna have to look it up.
is he not? Is he not in 8 Mile too?
He might be.
You mean Eminem?
He is in 8 Mile.
I think
he's
so.
he's part of B Rabbit's little
Yeah,
crew.
yeah.
100% he is.
Mace is looking it up
Yep.
again.
Oh yeah.
Oh, big
that's-
screen.
Well,
Can
Oh, yeah, there he is.
There he is, yeah,
Omar
you're right.
Benson Miller.
Wow.
Wow.
he's got a.
He's big time.
Yeah, he's good. That's a good one.
That's pretty much the only guy besides an athlete that I've met.
Yeah.
There's no way you guys are gonna ever be able to top mine because he might be the most famous person in the world.
Bieber.
Close.
Wait, I did meet Bieber
You did?
at a hockey tournament.
There you go. There's
just
your
remembered
There
that.
you go.
Couldn't even
Yeah,
think
what?
about it.
I forgot.
met Bieber. Just yeah.
He was 14.
He's not memorable.
It was like he only had one time on YouTube.
Really?
So
Wow.
no one knew who he was. I was at boarding school in Lake Placid on a team with 19-year-olds, and I was 14, so I loved Justin Bieber. I had his posters all over my dorm room. And he was in our hockey tournament. I literally have proof. It's like he's my Facebook profile picture at the tournament.
Love that.
And
We'll
the
have to
caption
get
was
that.
me plus you. I'm gonna tell you one time. It's so
Oh,
wild.
wow.
Yeah,
Is that
classic.
nice?
We were, yeah.
Classic.
But I was walking to get a Gatorade, and these little girls came up to me, and they were like, Justin Bieber's in that room. And I was like, no fucking way. And they were like 8 and I was 14, or they were like 7, I don't know. And so I was like acting all tough and strong and like went up to the door and knocked. And then the mom answered, I think her name was Patty.
I have no idea.
I think her name was Patty. And she was like, hello. And I was like, hi, is Justin Bieber in there? And he literally was right there and like came over and just like said hi. He wouldn't like, she's like, he has a game in the morning, like blah, blah, blah. And so we just like said hi. And
That's an unreal story.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
love
know
that. That just popped in your head.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I literally
Good
cannot
answer.
think of anyone besides hockey players, which is
Yeah, lame.
not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not cool. Come on, they're cool guys. Yeah. The fuck is that? Okay, I'll get into mine here. So mine is Vladimir Putin.
Oh, wow.
Met him at a hockey tournament in Russia. He dropped the puck, so we all kind of, shook his hand and went off. But that's, I feel like that's a pretty big one to have
Yes.
Yeah.
In today's day and
met. In
age.
today's,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
It's
not
a
like
huge
a,
name.
I'm not gonna put a medal on for it, but it's. Yeah.
I was like not expecting that
No.
at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Oh yeah, Vladimir Putin.
I mean,
great guy at the time.
Who is
He's a dick.
who is the most famous person in the world right now? It's got to be like what, Trump or Putin or
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Bieber. I don't know.
It's got to be up there. For sure.
I don't know. I might say Putin. He might be the most famous guy in the world right now, and I've met him. So
That's a winner.
I'm sick.
pretty sick.
That is sweet.
Yep.
I'll give it to
You
you.
didn't kill me. It's crazy.
Why were we at a hockey tournament in Russia?
So we were playing the U18 Worlds there, and he dropped the puck. We played Russia in the semifinals. Sold out crowd. Russians were going crazy. It was to this date the craziest hockey game I had played. It was the loudest arena I'd ever been in. It was similar to like when you watch a soccer game, the fans are screaming the whole
Yeah.
game. That's what it was. Like the fans never stopped screaming the whole game. It was like something. It was just insane. Because usually you're playing hockey, like no one's talking during play.
No.
There's no
Yeah.
music going on. Like there's nothing.
Yeah.
But it was just you couldn't even hear guys yelling on the ice for like passes and stuff because it was
Sweet.
just
Yeah.
people were screaming.
I feel
Really?
like they're like singing, maybe?
Yeah, I
feel
mean
like
they
that's-
had obviously they're speaking Russian, so it's
Yeah.
like you have no idea. But they had those chants going.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
screaming chants like songs and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was nuts.
It's kind of cool.
But I think that's the most famous person I have in my phone. I don't know, Dave Haxtell, Brock Besser.
Yeah. I
Same.
feel like a lot of the people that we're gonna say are well-known hockey players or in the hockey world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you guys have just like a hidden gem.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen gave me his number
Yeah,
one
imagine.
time at Tootsie's.
He's definitely in my Instagram DMs but hasn't responded
Same.
back ever. So
That's fair. I respect it. Shoot your shot.
gotta.
Totally.
I've heard he bounces around Nashville. He goes to Broadway and hangs out with people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know. I was there all last week and
Didn't
bump
see
into
him?
him.
Oh, shoot.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a son of a gun.
Yeah.
So you are big Morgan Wallen fans. Do you like Luke Combs too? Or is it just,
Yes.
Yes.
who
My
do
guy.
you have? Who do you have? Like, because I think it's those two, the biggest country stars
For
in the
sure,
world
right now.
Well, who do you have as number one?
If I didn't just see Morgan Wallen live, I would have said Luke Combs.
But Morgan's really good live.
Morgan was good live.
He was all time.
Do you
live.
think he was better than Eric Church?
Yes. Okay. I don't know.
Eric Church is just so good all the time, consistent, has been good for years.
Yes.
But for me, that was like the first time seeing Morgan. I've also wanted to see him since like 2018, but it just all the concerts get canceled because of COVID.
Yeah.
And then seeing him was just like
I also.
out of this world.
Yeah.
But Eric Church always is like
Yeah.
10 out of 10. Absolutely
Church has
kills
always
it.
got the aviators on and just
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like a gun up there.
He
Oh,
leaves
yeah.
them on the whole time.
Yeah.
And for me, I only know like 4 or 5 songs of Eric Church. Like Morgan Wallen, I knew every single one.
Yeah.
So
that's-
you gotta know the words at the concert. Otherwise, you're
That's
just
true.
standing there like.
See, if I would
swinging.
have went, I would have known every single one of Eric
Eric
Church's
Church,
songs
yeah.
and more that he didn't play.
Really?
But for Morgan, I would probably known like 4.
Okay. Interesting.
I don't really listen to the new country much. I like Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs. I couldn't really name another new artist out there right now. Maybe Chris Stapleton's got that, real country vibe going.
Yeah.
I can't name artists or song names. I think that's why I like Pandora so much.
I was gonna say you're a Pandora guy.
You know,
He doesn't know what to look up on Spotify.
I have
so he'd
no
say the genre.
fucking clue. And then, like, you know, I'll search something up, and all of a sudden there's like 100 different
You
options.
sound
I've
like
got-
you're fucking 50 years old.
Yes, I was gonna say that.
My body looks like I'm 50 years old, so it
And he was the
fits.
guy playing the songs in the locker room. That's so.
You
No,
were?
only when we got in a rough patch and we needed a bump.
What do you think all these music stands would let Olson grab the aux with fucking Pandora on his phone?
No
No,
chance.
no.
He'd get on there once in a while and play the classics.
Yep.
Yeah.
Laffy
Yeah.
Taffy.
Yeah. I was more of a morning skate guy, like, you know,
Yeah.
9 o'clock in the
6:30.
morning, just bumping 2000s hip hop. I'm the only one vibing. Everybody's like, dude, this is ass. No wonder everybody was out on the ice so damn early. Fucking-
Actually, the coaches wanted you in there. You're like, hey, if Olson's on aux, the boys will be out there early practicing.
I was the mole.
Oh, God.
All right, let's move on to the sin bin, the coveted sin bin. We're going to do it a little different this time. So it's basically we rapid fire questions at you guys, and it's just kind of terms or whatever it is. It could be like Mark West, and then you give it a 1 through 10 rating.
Okay.
But how we're going to do it with two of you here is Olson is going to fire off these questions, and Liv is going to answer how she thinks Dani would answer.
I like that.
And then Danny's going to go and answer 1 through 10 on how she thinks Liv would
Okay.
answer these questions.
And then
Easy.
we'll discuss after.
Okay.
Because I feel like
There's
there's
going to
some...
be some discussion after this
For
one.
sure. Okay.
So we'll start with Liv answering for Dani.
Okay.
Columbus, Ohio.
1 out of 10. Was it?
1 out of 10.
7.
Ezekiel Elliott.
10.
Her first makeout.
I don't even know.
10.
I like that. Minneapolis.
10.
Mustaches.
4.
Dad bods.
8.
Oh,
What?
wow.
Oh, my God.
Morgan Wallen.
10.
Weird.
Joe Burrow.
11.
Oh. Kirill the Thrill.
Breeze off.
5. Average.
Bush Light.
1.
Espresso Martini.
7.5.
Good answer.
Trojan Ultra Thin Condom.
Probably 3.
Oh,
Okay.
There it
All
is.
right.
All
That's
right,
it.
all right.
That's our list. We'll
my
discuss
God.
we'll discuss those answers a little later on.
Oh, my God.
Danny, you ready?
I'm ready.
Same list here. Columbus, Ohio.
10.
Ezekiel Elliott.
10.
Her first makeout.
3.
Minneapolis.
10.
Mustaches.
You're looking at me.
9. I feel like you like them.
Dad bods.
6.
Oh.
Morgan Wallen.
10.
Joe Burrow.
12.
Kirill the Thrill.
2.
Bush Light.
I feel like you like them. 6.
Espresso Martini.
10.
Trojan Ultra Thin Condoms.
10.
So I feel like there's a lot to unfold here, Gager.
So I mean, yeah. Well, how'd you guys think each one did? You know, was
I think we did good. I thought you did well.
You did?
would you change any of the answers or any of the ratings that
Can
they
I look
had
at the
for
list
you?
again?
Yep.
Yep.
Like Liv, I mean, Liv said Danny's first makeout was a 10.
Yeah.
That's like,
That's
Was
aggressive.
I don't want
Was
to
it?
uncover names.
No names need to be
No,
said.
no.
No names need to be
was
said.
it a 10?
Okay, it's not a 10 because I don't remember it.
So it
Okay.
must not have been that good.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, wait, did I say 10 for your first makeup? Yeah.
No, you said
No, you said
3.
Oh, I said
Yeah.
3. Oh, yeah.
3.
I feel like that's more realistic.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think
probably
so,
a
too.
3.
Yeah. Do you
I
remember
think
it?
I have mine at like 4, yeah. 3, 4.
3 or 4.
Which is, I mean,
That's
I think
a good answer.
I think good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a learning curve. You know,
Yeah.
your first one's always going to, I feel like it's not going to be your best.
No, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, you got the first one in there. I mean, you don't even know what a tongue feels like inside the mouth, and then all of a sudden it enters, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what is this? Why does your tongue feel like this?
Ew.
Like, was he dehydrated? Was he hydrated? Was this-
Ew.
Oh my God, you have a big tongue.
Ew. What is this?
I think that's what I said after the first time I made out the girl. I was like, holy shit, You got a big tongue.
Oh my god.
It was Gage's dog.
So espresso martinis, I know she loves them. So that
Obsessed.
10. Yeah.
With
Really?
tequila, though.
Went to yes,
Wait,
I knew
what?
I get it with tequila.
that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Liv said Danny thinks Columbus is a 7. I mean, what would you rate Columbus?
Okay, so I love Columbus. I just would not live there. So
Yeah.
that's why I think you were good
So
with that
she was
answer.
that was pretty good.
Yes, I would not live there.
But Liv, you're in Cleveland now, so I mean, is Columbus kind of a rival of yours, or do you just
She loves it.
No, all good blood.
all good blood?
Yeah.
Do you like Cleveland or Columbus better?
Columbus.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love Columbus.
How was the atmosphere there? Just like
Oh my god,
At
electric.
Columbus?
Yeah,
In
Electric.
college or out of college?
both.
Electric.
Always electric, either way,
Yeah.
actually.
Campus is always buzzing.
That's why Johnny Hockey went there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think it, but fuck, it sounds pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's the
not
best
the
school
biggest
ever.
hockey school, but kind of turning
Girls
into one.
hockey.
Yeah, just won the Natty champ. So
Okay, so both, well, Liv said Danny kind of likes the dad bod. 8.
I kind of think that you maybe do.
really,
Yeah.
Midwestern feel. You
You're
stayed in
kidding me.
Minnesota.
that is totally wrong.
She, she likes the shredded. All right.
Danny's
Okay.
boyfriend, if you're listening, you might want to invest in a gym membership.
LOL. Shit. Mustaches. I know Nate can grow a good one, so I said 10. Or what did I say? 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, 9.
that's a good answer, right?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're yeah.
Danny doesn't like mustaches. Not a fan.
I no,
Not really a facial hair gal.
no. I'd rather have it clean. Yeah,
Okay.
Like fully clean, no scruff at all.
little scruff.
Okay.
Tiny scruff.
Okay.
little 5 o'clock shadow just to show you're a man.
Yeah.
I want
Exactly.
to make sure I'm not making out with a boy or girl here. But, that little 5 o'clock shadow's good.
Oh, that's good.
Both not fans of Kirill the Thrill.
Well, like I love the Wild, but I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of Kirill.
Honestly, I didn't know who that was.
That's fair.
Seriously.
So, yeah.
See, I like hearing that. You know, doesn't even know who Kirill the Thrill is.
I'm sorry, Corel, if you're
But she is a Cleveland.
I don't think he's listening to our
Absolutely.
podcast. If he
Maybe.
is, I'd lose it.
I don't know if he'd understand it. I don't know if he speaks English.
I don't think.
No.
I don't think he speaks a
He's
lick.
probably listening to some Russian podcast.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
I would be too. I'm not listening to a Russian podcast, so I'm over
Yeah.
there. He's listening to a fucking English one. Both not fans of Busch Light.
no, I would.
Average, like, if I'm at a party and it's there, like,
I'll drink it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, would never order one at a bar.
And
Busch lattes.
Danny thinks Liv loves the Trojan Ultra Thin.
Yeah.
I would like
Okay.
to hear the reason.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just the first number that came to my head. I thought I'd get the crowd going a little bit.
I'm gonna be straightforward here and say I'm a fan of no condom. Just get the better, you know.
There it is.
Oh Lord. Oh my god.
You always got to be safe. Though,
No
and,
comment.
We do practice
No,
safe
no
sex here,
comment.
and,
Not over
No
here.
comment.
only with someone you love, and you'd be okay with having a kid because some place you can't have an abortion now. It's crazy. But
True. It's true. It's true. Facts.
espresso martini, both fans of.
Yeah, I like mine with vodka though.
Me too. I'm going vodka in my.
Me as well. I've actually never heard of tequila.
I know.
That's
I would never order tequila soda, tequila.
She's not a tequila. I'm a, like,
Like, I'll take a
only
shot.
tequila.
That's your diet.
I drank too much vodka in college and
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
over
fair.
it.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. I don't know why.
That's kind of how I feel about Captain Morgan.
Oh, I'm sure. College.
Yeah. Captain Morgan or Ron Diaz right now. It's
Yeah.
Ew, Ron Diaz.
like Ron Diaz purple top.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Oh my! Talk about bad decisions.
What would your guys' go-to alcohol in college? I mean, let's say freshman to sophomore year of college, because it's different each year.
It
I feel
was
like.
it was Busch Light and Ron Diaz or Svedka.
Oh yeah,
Svedka.
Svedka was huge.
Strawberry
Svedka was-
lemonade, Svedka.
Svedka was
Burnett's.
big.
Right? Didn't we go to the store?
High-
Burnett's a few
High
times?
school was like Kharkov, like
Oh, yeah.
straight, just fucking 87 unleaded.
See, I didn't even really drink before college. Am I a nerd?
Me neither,
I didn't
really.
really either.
I didn't really.
I was too scared.
You know, I did,
The
but-
first time I ever got drunk was when was it? I think it was my senior year of high school.
Mine was post senior high school year or whatever. And I had Bacardi Limon, and I freaking chundied the world away.
Yeah, I remember the first time. I remember the first time I got drunk. I was just thinking, like, Jesus, this is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
No
can't
hangover.
Yeah,
Oh, I was so
mean-
hung.
you drink like half a water bottle full of vodka, and you just be blacked.
For sure.
I was never a blacked kind of guy. I always puked. I always got sick.
Same.
Danny's the same.
Hey, yeah,
Really?
all the time.
Always sick.
Still,
Always sick.
I remember every single night of drinking.
ever since I had a night with 2 Four Locos.
Oh, no.
Yep, we lost to North Dakota actually
Oh,
in playoffs. Came back, we were like, oh my god, we had a dry season then too. And I was like, Liv, I'm getting 2 Four Locos tonight.
Danny was hungover in the morning, and I walked into her room. I said the word "for loco," and she ran to the bathroom to throw up. Like, ran.
I did.
She's like, never say that word again. We were roommates, so.
I can't
that's
ever.
so funny.
Nope.
I only had Four Loko once in my life, and it was 2 of them. It was in
Yep.
high school, and I remember I had 2 of them, and it was just fucked up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the next day we actually had school in
oh.
Ann Arbor, and I was like in the bathroom every hour
Oh, yeah.
taking
oh
a
my
shit.
gosh.
Like it was
Yeah.
like
It was the worst
to
day
this
of my
day.
life.
I was like 17 years old, and to this day, I think that was the worst hangover I
Yep.
ever had in my life.
Yep.
So at North Dakota, did they sell liquor in like grocery
stations?
stores and gas stations?
No, I think just happy
They
hours.
they would sell like beer in grocery stores and get some gas stations, but it's like the gas station beer, so it's like
Yeah.
3%.
Okay, so in Ohio, it's normal. Like every beer and everything
really?
is in gas stations.
Twisted teas.
Yeah, not like
Yeah.
no, every good beer and every good seltzer.
Yeah.
So I think that's why we more so had Four Locos,
Yes,
because we would
'cause
just
they
go to
were
the gas station and be like,
cheap too.
oh, just need something cheap and quick and
Yeah.
get
Just
drunk
grabbed 'em.
quickly.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Mace has got something to pitch in here. He's a big Yag and root beer guy.
Really?
It's like a hard root beer.
It's a hard root beer.
Still, you are?
Yeah.
Oh. Ew.
We might have to try that.
Jägermeister?
Yag and root beer. That kind of sounds interesting.
Yeah.
You can even do a Yag beer float if you get ice cream.
I can't beer float.
I love root beer floats, but I do not foresee myself ever putting Jägermeister in them. But
No.
I think I'm gonna try the Yag root beer. That sounds great.
Next time.
I would say that's probably my freshman drink because Cam Johnson carried it everywhere.
The
He
Yag.
He had the Yag and then the 6-pack of Red Bulls in his
Yeah.
freaking backpack. Carried that thing everywhere.
Just walking around with a good old Yag bomb. Would you be feeling it after one of those?
Oh my,
oh my
God.
gosh.
What a drink. All right. Well, let's move on to the hockey portion of this. And we'll kind of start off with Liv's career here. But you guys can both kind of pitch in. Like,
Yeah.
Liv, you're from Richfield. Did you grow up always wanting to be a hockey player, or did you just kind of fall into it? Like, why'd you start playing hockey? What kept you in the game?
No. So no one in my family played hockey. Never had any, like, watched hockey or anything. I was 8 and just randomly one day asked my parents if I could play hockey. And they said yes. And I actually have a picture of me the first time I went to a practice. Like, my parents had no idea how to dress me or anything. Like, and I went and I wore all my gear. I didn't have hockey socks, so like shin pads.
Oh, I love that. That's
Freezers
gritty.
and my
Good
mom's
Nails.
polo. A polo.
What?
Like a polo short sleeve shirt.
As your jersey?
Yes, I have a picture. It's so
Stop
bad.
it.
They had no idea.
Oh my god.
And I just went for it and
You were 8?
yeah.
That's pretty
a
late.
late start.
Yeah, that's a late start.
It is.
Yeah.
And you liked it ever since. I mean, what'd you like about it? Like, were you kind of like, slashing people right off the bat and taking
Oh,
the
yeah.
puck, or like,
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I played in Richfield and I don't think there was any girl A team. So I always had to play with the boys. And I loved it.
yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because you're both obviously good women's hockey players. And typically, if you're a good women's hockey player, you end up playing boys hockey growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could both answer this. I mean, what was that like? Was it fun playing with the boys, or, you obviously had to find your role in the locker room and try to fit in with a bunch of dumbass little boys. Probably farting in the locker room and just saying the most ridiculous shit. I know what I was saying when I was that age, and it was
Yeah.
just insane.
I
but-
think once you hit a certain point, like I think we're very fortunate to have played in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Like I even live in Ohio now, and I would love to coach girls, but there are no younger girls teams. Like it's only boys hockey. So I think at a certain point, like I know, gosh, I'm trying to think of when I even started to play girls, but like travel teams and stuff, there was always girls hockey in the summer. But when you played in the whatever season, but I definitely remember like just getting dressed in the bathroom every game, like that sucked. And
See, I had a little different experience. Like Lakeville, I don't know what it was, but there were a lot of girls like my age, our age, that played hockey. So I only played 1 year with guys.
Yeah.
And it was actually with Brock Besser and Cole Borchard, those Burnsville guys, Tyler Sheehy. I think he was on our team too. And then, right after that Mite year, I went right into U10s, and it was all girls since then.
I did.
So-
I do remember hearing that from someone that Lakeville actually did have a good women's program.
No, we were really good. We had a good group of girls. My grade and the grade above, and even the grade below too. Now it's kind of dropped off a little bit. But
So how many years did you play with boys then, Liv?
yeah.
I'm trying to think. Until I was probably like 13 or 14.
Wow.
Which I started when I was 8. So I mean,
So then when you
5
turn
years.
14 and you start playing with girls, is that like are you happy about that? Or are you kind of like, I want to still play with the boys? Like, what the fuck is this?
I think it was both. I feel like I was definitely more like tomboyish and was fine hanging out with boys. Like I would have all the boys in my house and play like Nintendo, and I loved that shit. So I don't know, but
Same.
it was very different. And you deal with things in girls hockey, especially at a younger age, and I mean now that you don't with boys, and you're just like, I think if you come from boys hockey,
You're gonna be better. Like
it's just a lot different the way you handle
Yes.
things. Like anything in life, it's just a life experience. But there's definitely a lot of things in it where I think coming from boys hockey, you learn to just like suck things up, or you're like around boys, so you like want to act tougher. Whereas I
Totally.
think if you always played girls hockey, or not even just that, but like you're just
Surrounded by girls,
yeah.
it's just
Well,
a totally different atmosphere.
different
It's-
dynamic.
100%. Yes.
Skill level
Different
is
drama.
different.
And the
too.
coaches have to be different because you're dealing with girls.
Yeah.
Like there's just a lot of different factors that come into it.
yeah.
But yeah.
So did you have like, so then you go on to play at Benilde. Did you have a good team there?
Yeah, so my freshman year of high school, I actually played in Lake Placid, New York. I went to boarding school, and I was on a U19 team, and I was 14. And that was just, it wasn't really school. Like, I was just going to play hockey,
Yeah.
which was awesome. Like, I loved it. But I was like, also, again, going back to Minnesota high school hockey, like, everyone out east goes to play boarding school. Like, all girls go to boarding school. It's just the norm. But I would look back and be like, oh, Caitlin and Danny and all my best friends are, playing high school hockey. It's really good hockey. And you can have a normal high school
Yep.
experience. So
So what fueled the decision to go out there? Like, was that a conversation with your parents, or did your parents just think that was a good opportunity for you? Like, what was the reasoning behind that?
yeah, it was super random. I think I was at like national camp in New York, and a coach approached me, and then my parents, and would come to my tournaments and just that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm very a person that's like, I'll do whatever, and I have no ties to Minnesota. I have ties to Minnesota,
Yeah.
but I was like, I'm ready to just go do something different. So I did it, and I don't regret it. Like, it was a super cool experience. We played at the 1980 Olympic rink. That was our practice rink right there.
Yep.
It was awesome, but yeah, just kind of wanted the normal high school experience. But I had to come back, and you actually have to sit out a year of high school hockey. So I had to play for the Minnesota Thoroughbreds
Oh my gosh,
travel
I
team.
remember that.
Yeah, which sucked. Like, I went to Benilde and like wanted to be like with all the hockey girls and all that stuff. But so I only played at Benilde my junior, senior year.
Okay.
The Minnesota Thoroughbreds. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yep.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was an
Scary.
absolute grind. I actually
Hockey
forgot
much?
about that till now.
Are they still a team?
The absolute thoroughbreds. Holy fuck, we got to play the thoroughbreds? Jesus, they're going to kill us. Talk about an intimidating name.
It
team
really
comes to
is.
town, you're like, Jesus, we
So-
get ourselves into.
Yeah. So is
Yeah.
that like a AAA program? Like, how many games do you play?
Yeah, it's like a
if you-
team that plays just boarding schools. Like if when I was at NSA or like Little Caesars, like out of
Yeah.
Detroit, like all those teams.
Okay.
So we traveled just all over. I honestly kind of forget like how many days a week I go to school and how many days I travel, but I remember just being on the bus all the time and super late night practices. Like we played at Highland,
Yep.
which,
St. Paul.
yeah, just a grind.
Yeah.
So, but I loved high school hockey. High school hockey at Benilde was all time. I mean, I basically went there because of hockey. Just had a great girls program. And I think when I graduated, there was like 8 girls that went D1 out of high school hockey. Like, that's just...
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so I mean, when do you realize, because I feel like for girls, it's a little different. I mean, when you're playing high school hockey and you think about playing college or moving on, for a lot of guys, you know, the thought in your mind is like, you know, I have the USHL to play
Juniors.
in, and then I can play in college. And always the thought for guys is like, okay, like, I'm going to try to make it pro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you guys are growing up, I don't know if the women's professional league was a thing. So
No.
it's a little different mindset.
Olympics.
Like, you get to choose, you know, when you choose to go to Olympics,
Yeah.
or I mean, and imagine how hard that team is to
Oh, yeah.
make, right? So
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
you're thinking about the decision, is it like you're weighing like, should I just be a normal student and have fun, or do I really like hockey that much to keep playing in college and keep taking it seriously,
Yeah.
knowing that after it's done, it's over. It seems like a little harder for me. Like, if all the guys were going into college and we knew we were just done. I mean,
I know.
we were done after, but
Yeah.
you know, in the back of your mind, you're always like, I want to play pro. So that kind of like influences you to try harder in practice and try to make it to
Yeah.
the next level. Well, you kind of have you have to have a lot more self-discipline as a girl to
Yeah.
stay engaged and stay motivated and stay committed, because you know once it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like for both of us, like, all we knew was hockey. So we're like, I don't want to be done after high school. Like, oh, there's an opportunity to get my school paid for and play
Yeah.
for a big team like Ohio State or wherever. Yeah, I think that was me. All I knew was hockey. I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to major in. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Was that essentially your guys' pro hockey at that point?
Oh,
Like,
for
you
sure.
wanted to play in college and get your school paid for and like have that whole experience. Is that essentially your pro when it wasn't really a thing beforehand?
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
I think every single person is different, but for me, I mean, I committed, which again, I think for every age, boys or girls, like, I committed my sophomore year of high school to Providence College because that's where I wanted to go, and it's like,
That's wild.
I had no idea
Yeah.
what Providence College was,
No.
what the majors were, that it was a Catholic school. Like, I had no idea.
These
Yeah.
girls are committing like in ninth grade. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't even know what college is.
Yeah.
but it's like, again, like, you know, if you're like grew up in Minnesota and you like always want to go to the U, like, that's awesome. Like, that's like super cool. But it's like, you're not like choosing. I mean, the U is a great school, but like at the time when you're a sophomore in college or 14, you're not like, I really want to go to Carlson and graduate with my, you know, my MBA
Yeah.
and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I just like loved the East Coast because I was there
Yeah,
when I was
you were-
14, and
Yeah.
that's where all the good girls went. And I was like, that's just where I'm going to go.
So that's how you chose Providence. And then, so you go to Providence for 2 years, and then you end up transferring to Ohio State. Well, we'll circle back to Providence. What was it like getting the campus on Providence in the East Coast and being on the women's hockey team there?
It was awesome. I mean, I feel like I'm trying to think. I guess women's hockey, it's bigger definitely in the WCHA, but it's
Yeah.
not like the sport on campus, which in the East Coast and at Providence, there wasn't football. So it was like the basketball team. That was like the predominant sport.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think as college hockey players, just looking back, and now I like, you know, I'm in the real world and I work with colleagues every day, and you see their college experience versus ours. And we're so lucky to get
Yeah.
on campus and have a group of literally best friends right off the bat, and
For
like
sure.
Yeah.
literally a family
Yeah.
from the start. Whereas other people, you know, people join frats and whatnot in clubs, but like you just have a family right off the bat.
Totally.
So
That's the best part.
With
Yeah.
each other every day. Like, so fun.
Yeah.
So why did you end up transferring to Ohio State then?
honestly, just looking back, I mean, a lot of life lessons were learned, but it just wasn't meant to be. There were a lot of different factors that went into play, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't meant to work out. And I think everything happens for a reason. And I think I was meant to end up at Ohio State, and I did, and it was the best experience of my life.
So how did you, I mean, were there other options from Ohio State, or was that like your option? You knew you wanted to go there. How did that process unfold?
No. So I was at a point where I was like, I don't even know if I want to play hockey anymore. I was like, I might just go to school at Providence. I just was kind of over hockey. I was like, I think I've done it. Like, you know, I'm just kind of want to live my life, and I love the East Coast and yada yada. But when you go to school and you have a full ride, and then you realize that the college you were going to is $70,000.
Yeah.
I didn't have the money to pay for it.
Yeah.
My parents were not going to
Who
pay
does?
for it.
It's worth a lot.
Yeah, it's worth a lot. And again, we're super, super fortunate. But yeah, I mean, I was on my own paying for college, and at the end of the day, I could go play hockey elsewhere and, you know, hopefully get money. But I was at the point where I was like, I don't even know if I want to play. So schools were contacting me. I was in, I think the transfer portal is maybe what it's called. And I didn't know if I want to play. So I'm like, I literally wasn't responding to people. Honestly, I knew Dani Sadek, who was my best friend from high school, went to Ohio State, and she was like, Liv, it's incredible. You know, such a fun school, great hockey. And I was like, I don't want to live in Ohio. And I live in Ohio now. But I was like, I don't even want to visit. Like, no,
Yeah,
like
didn't.
I'm not,
You
I
didn't
didn't
visit.
visit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to Ohio.
I talked you into
But
it.
I just didn't really want to go anywhere. I didn't have anywhere else where I was like, yeah, I really want to go there. So just as conversations progressed and whatnot, and again, I was very fortunate to get money to go there. And honestly, Dani talked it up and said I would love it.
Yeah.
And I literally remember I had an internship in Boston that summer till August 12th, and I had to be at Ohio State August 16th. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to do it. And I shipped all my stuff from Providence to Ohio State, and I flew from Providence to Ohio State and just showed up with all my boxes. And also, our coaches that recruited me got fired the day before I got to campus, and that's a whole different story. But
Insane. Insane.
yeah, so
New coaches arrive.
Yep.
Like, God damn it, we gotta live here.
oh yeah, that's
Oh,
exactly,
exactly
what happened.
Oh my God. That was wild.
Yeah, I literally remember I was at dinner
Yeah.
at Waukame in SLP with my grandma. I was like,
I
Yeah.
called you.
yeah, I was like, and my equipment coach called me and he was like, hey, just wanted to let you know that all the coaching staff got hired or just got fired. If you want to, you know, withdraw and go back to Providence, we can like figure something out. And I was like, I just shipped all my stuff to Ohio State still at my apartment, and my flight is in literally 6 hours. So yeah, I'll just see you tomorrow. Like, let's just do this.
I'm going.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what was like the biggest, difference between Providence and then when you show up to
Yeah,
Columbus?
It's gotta have a big
Huge
difference.
difference.
Yeah. I mean, there was multiple things that I could list, but, and I think at any college you can only test this if you went there, but like the athletic community at Ohio State is like nothing
close.
else. Like when you go to Ohio State as an athlete, like at Providence College, I mean, it was a 5,000 person school where Ohio State's like 50K. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I was friends with, you know, people that didn't play hockey. Like they were my best friends, my roommates. Like you'd go to a party and you'd know everyone at the school. Whereas Ohio State, it's like you go to breakfast, lunch, dinner with athletes. You
Yeah.
go to study hall with athletes. It just, they're just so much for you. Also, I mean, we were very, very privileged as a female program at Ohio State. Just like meals and like at Providence, we would get literally Big Tony's. If anyone is in the East Coast listening, you're like, no effing way. But we would get an XL pizza after the game, and that was our post game meal, and it was great and nutritious. And on to the next. But at Ohio State, it was like way, way, way different. Like I had a nutritionist.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what a calorie was until I went to Ohio State. Like, yeah, it was way, way different experience. And I mean, the football team there, like.
Shout out football team.
Also, there was no football at Providence, but it wouldn't have been anything like it. But like a game day at Ohio State is just like
Nothing like
It's
it.
got to be incredible.
there's literally
sick.
nothing like it. And we would have our games on game days,
Yeah.
and like the whole campus is shut down. We'd have to walk from our dorm to the rink, and it was like the coolest thing ever. So
I'd just be so pissed we're playing on a game day.
Yeah.
I was.
yeah,
we were pissed.
You gotta be kidding. We got a game day going on. I gotta hop on the sheet and snap a few.
oh yeah, but you'd be rallied up because the energy on campus is just unmatched. Like we would be like, hell yeah, we have our going out outfit in the locker room after the game. But like,
Oh yeah.
but
Maybe a Four Loco under my stall.
but like game time, like we were like if you don't know Ohio State campus, but the girls rink is like
Right next to the field.
I'm not going to say a shitty little rink, but it's a tiny little rink. We would pack the house because it was such a small rink, which is honestly my favorite
perfect.
rink for girls
I know.
hockey. Like,
Yeah.
It's perfect.
girls hockey playing in a rink, a huge rink. Like, if you're in the Ralph, it's like
Oh my
crickets.
gosh.
There's no one in there.
offense.
I
Yeah.
used to think that the women's team should never play in the Ralph.
No,
Yeah.
I
If
agree.
they played in a little smaller rink and they had a good atmosphere, it'd be fun
Agreed.
to go
That's
to.
why
but the
it
Ralph
was-
just way too big.
It was
Way
the
too
best.
big.
Even at Providence, there was like, there's 1,000 people there. If there's 1,000 people in our rink, it's like, like we would have
Packed.
people banging on the glass. Like
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it was unreal. And the football stadium is right next to our rink. So we'd go, and to get from the rink to our locker room, we have to walk across a tunnel.
Yeah.
All the football fans were there, just hyping us up, like, let's go. And
Got a lot of character.
it was
that
great.
rink.
Yeah.
Going back to the Ralph, whenever we'd play North Dakota, like there was no one there, obviously. And whenever we'd flick the puck up, I could never see where it went because your seats are
Just
black.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't see. I was always like getting beat behind me because where's
Oh,
the puck? Like, here comes Amy Menke just full steam ahead. I'm like, oh my god, the puck's like way behind me.
And I think we were talking about UND's team
Yeah, we were.
this weekend.
Yeah,
How
bruisers.
I just remember UND just had the toughest women.
Oh, yeah.
Like their girls
so
were
hard to play against.
just
Yeah.
so big and strong and
Oh
like
my god.
scary. Like I didn't even want to play them. Like
No.
I was like those
Yeah.
girls are animals.
Don't go in the corner with them.
They're scrappy.
They were so scrappy. Oh, and then
And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask girls was because I know like when you're a guy skating around the rink in warm-ups and you'd never played a team before and stuff, or you're a freshman new to the league and you're skating around, like I know as guys, like I was just like looking across
Oh, yeah.
at the other team like, oh my god, these guys are huge. Like what
Totally.
the fuck? Like kind of scared.
Totally.
And I know in women's hockey, like you can't hit, but there's
No.
still got to be some of that like fuck.
totally
like,
is.
You got to play these girls.
Oh, yes. North Dakota was that team. Like, I'd look over and I'm like, oh my God. These girls are like 80 more pounds than me.
Slap shots, like blocking them. Yeah, you're like,
My dad would always like tell me before the games, he's like, bend your knees in the corner.
Get low.
Yeah, get low.
Remember,
Oh, yeah.
bigger they are, the harder they fall. Give them a little nudge.
Yeah.
No, seriously. It was insane.
Try to convince yourself, the bigger they are, the harder they are.
Oh yeah, that was always the thing.
motto.
But I was also a psycho. I'd go straight at them. Fucking nut job.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so Danny, we'll get into your career and then we'll kind of touch on Ohio State a little more after that with both you guys in on
course.
it. But so you're from Lakeville North, and I noticed you played 5 years. So you obviously played your 8th grade year on the varsity team or high school.
Yep. So from U12s, I had the option to play U14s or try out for the varsity team. And I was like, no one was trying out for U14s, and I knew they weren't that good. I think it ended up like folding after the year after or whatever. And then I tried out, made it. We were not that good that year, but the rest of the 4 years were great. Like we had such a good group of girls. I think we made it to state 4 out of the 5 years. So it was
I mean, that's
awesome.
got to be insane playing high school hockey against, 18-year-old girls and you're an
Yeah.
8th grader. Like, I'm trying
It
to
was
picture
scary.
myself playing high school hockey as an 8th grader, and that's like, I'm scared thinking.
Yeah, I was scared. I was tall though. Like I was like 5'7", so I kind of fit in that aspect. But I don't remember like being super scared. I kind of gained confidence as I went. I was always kind of a confident player, but I think there was 2 8th graders, so it was me and one other girl. So we kind of just bounced off.
What was that high school 9 through 12 or was it 8 through 12?
9 through 12.
9 through
So
12.
I was in middle school.
Yeah. So what was that aspect
Yeah.
like of going from middle school to practice with high school girls?
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
just
mean, you're in the locker room
Yeah.
with like full-on women.
No,
You're
literally.
not- You're not playing girls hockey, you're playing women's.
Yeah.
No, you're so right. I remember just looking at these girls like, oh my God, what are they talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild. And then also, like, my middle school wasn't close to the rink. I'm trying to think how I got to the rink. Like, I think I asked, like, a couple of girls to pick me up from the middle school. It was a hassle. I think my parents came and picked me up and I couldn't drive. So
Yeah.
that aspect was tough. It was a good experience. And I'm glad I stuck it out there. Lakeville was a good school, good city to grow up in.
So you guys obviously just pumped Lakeville South all 4 years.
Like there was one year they beat us to go to the section final. They had like 3 girls going to D1. Chelsea Layden.
Yep.
That rings a bell.
She's an actor now.
Yes.
Really?
They can
A real actor
Oh, yeah.
or a
she's on a TV
actor?
she's on a TV show.
Yes, she is.
Really?
What's
Yeah.
it called? What's it called?
Because Clint used to date her in
Yes.
high school, so she came to prom with us at high school, and I know Chelsea, and then
Mm-hmm.
I remember Clint telling me, he was like, "Yeah, have you ever seen Chelsea Layden?" And I'm like, "Your prom date?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "No, I haven't fucking seen her."
You're like,
He's like,
on
look
TV.
her up. She's an actor in Hollywood.
Yes.
No
she is.
way.
Yeah.
With her brother, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up. I think it's on
Really?
like literally TV. I don't know. I've watched it like a couple times, but it's kind of scary actually. Anyways, so they had Chelsea Layden, Ari Reed, who you played with. She was a bruiser, good player.
Bruiser. Yep.
So I mean, you guys can't hit, but you're saying bruiser. So obviously, there's like
Just
girls
tough.
play a little
Oh, yeah.
nails out there. Like
That's Liv. She was nails. She was a bruiser. She's hard to play against. Like these girls are hard to play against.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like they're strong and
I heard Liv mention blocking shots, and I was like, "Fuck you!" I'm fucking all about that shit.
I wonder who has the most block shots in the game at UND. We should look that up, Mace. Let's look up that stat and see.
It's bullshit. I don't think they kept forward stats. It's absolute hogwash.
I remember they counted like 3. Like I'd put my stick out and it deflected into the stands. Block shot. Like does that count? It's just a deflection.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Gage would take it.
Oh yeah.
So did you guys have any memorable moments in the state tournament? Like who were you battling? Who'd you want to
We
beat?
always played against Minnetonka, and they always beat us to go to the.
Minnetonka beat Benilde every year in the section
Yep.
final.
Really?
They had
It was always us.
71 girls, always like great goalie, great defenseman, like 3 good lines. Usually in high school, what you have like 1
Yeah.
good line, 1.5. They beat us in 6 overtimes to go to the championship.
Oh,
The game
I
went,
remember watching
yep,
it.
The game went to 1:30.
oh,
I've
6
been there.
6 overtimes. You just played 3 full games.
Well, okay, I broke my
Overtimes.
ankle, so I wasn't playing.
Oh.
But the year before that, we played them again to go to the championship and lost in 2 overtimes. So I just
How nerve wracking are those overtime games in the?
so nerve wracking.
Yeah.
I get in a weird mode when I'm in overtime. Like I'm like play too conservative in a way. Like I'm like I always will regret that. Like I don't know. I just always was the
Everyone
one.
does. You got to
Yeah.
You don't want to
Fucking-
give up the. You don't
Yes,
want to be
exactly.
the reason
Yeah.
that your
Exactly.
team loses.
buttholes tight. You're just
Oh yeah,
fucking
just
Oh.
puckered. It's just freaking
scared of
right here.
everything.
You're always
Just
in overtime.
nothing.
Frozen 4, like just
Yeah,
over-
yeah.
I hated overtime. But yep, lost to Tonka, lost to Benilde my senior year. Liv wasn't on the team. I think you're a year older.
College.
But Caitlin Riley was on the team. Kelly Panic, ton of good girls.
So is Edina not?
They were
That-
not.
Because I know now, like Casey Perper coaches
Oh, yeah.
Edina, and they're just like
No,
a
they're a
powerhouse
now. No, I think they always
Yeah, I don't-
lost to Tonka.
No, we always lost to Tonka.
What section were they in? They were never in the tourney. Like I don't remember them ever being in the tourney.
Yeah, it's interesting because I mean,
I know.
like now Andover women and
Yeah,
men
oh
are
my
good.
God.
And I
Crazy.
didn't even know what Andover was when I was a kid
We
growing
used
up.
to
Like,
be
they're-
Andover
No.
10-1.
yeah, like they're not good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll never.
Cocky statement over there.
No, honest to God.
Humble
honest
brag.
to God, look up 2012 Andover versus Duluth East. We won 10-1. I had 9 points. They were terrible.
Stop.
They were terrible.
Wow.
They were awful.
They're awful.
They were
And now
so
all of a
good.
sudden they're insanely
They're
good.
so
I don't know
good.
what changes.
I didn't
but
know
it's-
that.
it's-
Andover was kind of good when we played.
They won state. Well, they had Maddie Rooney. She was.
And that Sam Donovan.
Yep.
Right?
Oh no, she was Irondale.
So who were the good, like the girls that you guys were playing against growing up?
Yeah.
That you're like,
Yeah,
this girl's got it. Like,
Kelly Panic, for sure.
Yeah,
She was
she's on my high school team.
and
Yeah.
did she play for the Gophers then? Or?
Yep, and won a gold medal and a silver medal.
Danny
Yeah.
Cameron Easy. I'm
Danny
going to her
Cam.
wedding on Saturday.
See you there?
Shout out. Oh really?
Yes! Let's go.
No, I have another wedding, but I would have been there. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
she
played.
was.
I played with Michael in Orlando,
Oh, no
so
way.
that's we've got
No
another
way.
buddy coming in from Orlando too. So I'll be
Love
pumped up for
that.
that.
See you on the dance floor.
Oh,
Laffy Taffy
I'll be
might
the
come
first
on.
one there. Be the first one
First
there.
one there.
Requesting Laffy Taffy at the beginning of the night.
Automatic. I'll show you things you've never seen before.
I can't wait.
She was so good at hockey. Oh
Yeah.
my god, just fast.
I just saw she retired. Awesome
Yeah,
career.
literally.
She is an awesome person.
Where did,
Oh, yes.
where did she play?
The U.
The U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because Wisconsin's good too.
Oh, yeah.
How do girls from Minnesota choose Wisconsin over Minnesota?
There's only a few that choose Wisconsin, I think. I mean, most of those girls were from Canada, Wisconsin girls.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Oh, really? So
yeah.
Wisconsin kind of cherry picked the Canada
A
girls
little
to
bit.
come in.
I only remember seeing like 2 or 3 Minnesota girls on that roster, and then
Yeah.
the rest are from out east.
Wisconsin parties harder, I think.
Yeah.
So.
I think so.
So they got the little it's kind of the Nodak versus Minnesota
Yeah.
rivalry there. A little bit.
Yeah.
The North Dakota guys are up in Grand Forks, a little less to do,
Yeah.
a little more drinking to be had.
Yeah.
A little more drinking.
I love it.
That was a fun team to play against in college, Wisconsin.
So Danny, you're playing in Lakeville. When you decided to go to Ohio State, I mean, obviously, like you had to grow up kind of wanting to play for the Gophers, right?
100%. I was dead set on the Gophers. I was like, my dad played there, my brother, my cousin, like my mom went there. Like everyone went to Minnesota. I wanted to be a Gopher like day one. Just didn't work out. I think I would have walked on. And I was like, senior year, I remember. It was like winter, still hadn't committed, visited like St. Cloud, North Dakota. Where else did I go? Duluth. Just wasn't a fit. Like these smaller schools just weren't for me. I went to Lakeville North, big school.
Yeah.
And I was like, someone had I can't remember who brought up at dinner one night, Ohio State. And I was like, do they have a hockey team? My dad's like, yeah, I'm not sure if they're that good though. Like, which they weren't at the time. I was like, oh, that'd be a sweet school to go to. Like, love the big school, like Big Ten. Like, my dad's like, oh, go on a
That's
tour.
what I've always thought too.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, Ohio State. It's like,
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Very similar.
you got
It's
game
tou-
days, you got basketball.
Yeah,
like there's a lot of
football.
shit going on.
But it's
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
it's tough growing up in Minnesota, and like you said, you have the Gophers, and like I'm from Duluth, so I had the Bulldogs. Like that was
Yep.
my everything.
Those were the only school in Ohio State when we were growing up, and even our freshman, sophomore year at college, Ohio State wasn't on the map.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Like, so probably late winter, my senior year, I go and visit and fell in love. Like coach, I got along with coach. I remember him calling me one night and it was like, I think it was my only offer I got. Like all the other schools I would have walked on. And he's like, I'd like to offer you a scholarship, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes. Like, I was just straight up like,
do it.
yes.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
I'm
didn't even
ready.
think about it. And he's like, you sure you don't want to think about that? And I was like,
no.
Dad, like, I just said yes. Like,
But
I want to be a Buckeye.
Isn't that a cool feeling?
Yes, I vividly remember being in my like computer room with my
Oh,
dad
yeah.
sitting next to me, and my mom was flying or something. She's a flight attendant, and I was like, "Dad, I think I just committed." Like, I was like, so happy. Like, tweeted out, like that was the
It is
thing.
a
to
crazy
tweet.
feeling
Yeah.
when you get that offer. You're
Right?
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still remember when I got the scholarship from Denver.
Yeah.
Got in the car with my dad, and he's like, Jesus Christ. The fuck just happened? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, right. I blacked out.
It's crazy. I remember like committing to Providence in my basement, just like
Yeah.
I'm like, what did I just do? I'm like 15.
What
I'm like,
did I
what?
just do?
Literally, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
That's really cool that you wanted to kind of go out on the East Coast. You loved it out there.
Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like for you to leave Minnesota, like leave
God.
home?
Yeah.
With the nervousness and all of that. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Liv kind of expected it. She
Right.
wanted something new.
Yeah.
You kind of took a chance on going somewhere else.
Totally.
Looking back on it now, are you pumped about that decision? Would you want to have been closer to home? Kind of bring us through that.
It was a roller coaster. So I had never been away from home. I was like, what am I doing? Like, I got to Columbus, was moving in the dorms with my whole family, and come Sunday, my parents leave, and I just remember them leaving, and I just started bawling. I was like, oh my God, like, what did I just get myself into? And my mom was crying on the airplane, like she called me, like it was just like wild emotions, right?
Yeah.
First time away from home, whatever. Also was not playing my freshman year, like the whole first half of the season, wasn't playing. Horrible, like I was so depressed, wasn't doing well in school, like just a huge wake up call, right?
Oh,
like
Yeah.
it's horrible. I remember getting on the phone with my dad. I'm like, Dad, like it's not going well. He's like, well, you can always come back to St. Thomas, play D3, like, get that, whatever. And I was like, no, I think I'm gonna stick it out. So I remember getting put in one game because a defenseman got hurt. And ever since that game, I played the rest of the year with one of the really good defensemen. I remember there was a set of twins on my team. They were really good. So I played with one of the twins. And we were not that good. I mean, my freshman and sophomore year, we were dog shit.
We were playing in the WCHA,
Putting it nicely.
right?
Yes, we were playing.
Yeah.
The WCHA is pretty stacked in terms of
Oh,
women's
yeah.
hockey.
Yeah.
Like it's probably the
Yes.
conference to be in. Other than, I mean,
Oh, 100%.
what are the other good girls colleges
At
like
BC,
Clarkson?
Clarkson.
And, yeah.
So yeah, it'd be WCHA's number one.
Number
and then
one.
It was hockey. So
Yeah.
it'd be the
Yeah.
second,
Yeah.
and that's really
So we were playing
Really it.
really good teams every night. Like, whatever. It was such a roller coaster. I remember my freshman year and then sophomore year, built that group of friends and just came better. We were again dog shit. I think we were worse that second year, but I was like, I'm having so much fun. Like going out after, losing two
Yeah.
games in a row, like whatever. But God, it turned around, that sophomore year. And then Liv reached out and I was like, no way. Gonna come here, like we're best friends. This is gonna be so much
Go
fun.
time.
Yep. And I forgot to mention, I had 3 coaches in a matter of 3 years, 3 head coaches. So
And
Jesus.
that's tough. Like
Yeah.
I
How
can
do they-
imagine
how does
you
that-
as well, like bouncing around
Yep.
East Coast, coming back. Different coaches' mentalities, different teaching styles. Like I think you
Yep.
both can touch on that.
yep.
What was that like trying to, unravel your coach's thoughts
'cause
and
you're
like
always-
how you were as a player?
You
and
don't
that-
want to be the brown nose, but you're always trying to like figure out what the coach likes and.
Well, you
want
want to fucking play,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like
You're
how do
trying
I
to
get out
make
there?
so many different coaches happy. You're like, what the? Why do I make this fucking guy happy? Like,
It was just not consistent. It was horrible. Like, I don't know. I got along with them. It was just like, I just, had this great year with them. Like, started to like me, like Nate Handrahan, my freshman year coach. Like, and then, he's gone. Like, I was playing well with him. Like, I don't know. It just sucked. Like, and then Jenny Potter came in. Like, we got along. And then I forget what happened, why she got fired. But I was like, oh my God, like, do I belong here? Like, coaches are a big deal, right? Like, you
they
commit-
are.
Yeah.
They're one of the biggest. I mean, the
Yeah.
coach of the team you're playing for is probably the biggest deal there is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like they're calling all the shots,
Yep.
they're making the game plan, they're setting who's the lines, who's out there on the
Yep.
ice at the time. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're making the practices. They're probably have a say in your
Yep.
schedule, your-
Totally.
like everything.
Everything.
It's a
Everything.
huge deal.
It is. So, I don't
So
know.
that's
if
a
you have more
lot
to
to.
say.
I mean, that's a lot to deal with.
It was a roller coaster.
I don't know. That would suck. Did they all get? I mean, how do you get fired after 1 year? What are you supposed to do after 1 year?
Yeah, I think something was happening behind the scenes. I won't say anything. I don't really know what
Look it up.
happened either. But and then the second year, I think there was some like illegal recruiting going on or something. But it's all public. Like, but I don't know. And then Nadine Muzzerall came in our junior year. She was a hardo, but
We had no coaches the first 2 months. Like
we had the
boys-
guys coaches.
The guys coaches were running our
We're
campus
running
practices because we
No
literally had no
way.
coach.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and they had no idea what to do. They were like,
We sucked too.
yeah, we don't know how to like coach girls. So
Yeah.
is this like we literally did the pretzel drill because they were like, we don't know how like what drills to do with you guys
Yeah.
because we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We were doing the pretzel and we're like, are you like what's
Yeah.
going on? Like it was so bad.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I know.
But and then I think like a month in, we
Yeah.
finally got a few. I remember it was our first game of the season, and it was the first game that we had a head coach at. Like she met us at the first game of the season.
Really?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Oh my God.
That's
I forgot
wild.
about that.
So what the hell is that mentality? Like she walks in the locker room, hey, I'm your coach. Let's go get him.
Literally.
Here's what we're doing.
Here are the
3-2
lines.
trap.
Yep. 2-1-2.
Yeah,
We're going 2-1-2 on this one. I want the right winger forechecking every time.
The deep pinching.
Anytime they wrap it around the boards, D, you're
Yeah.
getting down there, you're pinching.
I
I know
remember.
we can't hit, but fucking lay them out.
Yeah.
Oh God. I remember my sophomore year, Jenny Potter had us do man on man in the defensive zone. No one does man on man. I mean,
Man on
you don't
man-
see that too
Man
often.
on man is tough. I've played it.
I think we did it at Providence too.
Yeah,
I could never.
It was horrible, you guys.
I've played a couple of man-on-man situations in with coaches, and if you have the right team, it's the best way to defend. Because if you got guys on their assignments or girls on their assignments, like it works. But one person loses their player, like it's all in,
Game
it's
over.
Cat and
all
mouse.
in shambles. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
That's
everything
done.
just
Trevor's thinking about spike ball right now. He's like,
I'm a winger. I'm staying right
Yeah,
here.
yep,
I'm
this
covering
is my
this
guy.
area of the zone. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yep.
You pass the puck here, I'll fucking demolish you. So just stay out of this area
want-
and don't come near
You
me.
want me to skate behind the net with Cale Makar? No
Although
chance.
there was nothing better when they scissored or whatever.
Yeah.
And the
and you just blow up the guy picking up
it's
the
nothing
puck.
better. Oh my god. Oh,
see,
my
we couldn't do that in girls hockey.
Yeah, Liv was just
Kinda.
licking her chops.
I was
just
so
like,
ready.
I want
Oh,
freaking
yeah.
hammer
Yeah,
this.
like how many
still
times?
did.
Yeah, how many times are you guys like? I know I'm gonna get a penalty here, but I'm gonna fucking lay him out.
I mean,
Like,
high
I'm
school
stepping
every
in.
time,
Oh
but
yeah,
like
high school's
These
no
girls are-
rules.
I had averaged 4 penalties a game. Like,
Oh yeah.
That's
non-negotiable.
fantastic. I
Yeah,
love
you're
that.
just stronger than the rest of
The
them. all. They're
opposing-
all like
The
The
twigs.
opposing teams just looking at
The
live
roster.
live on the roster like fuck it, we're gonna play against this girl.
Here we fucking go again.
This girl's so
But then you
dirty.
get to college and it's like,
Yeah.
like
Everyone's
you can't
the same size.
fucking do that shit. You can't be in the box all game long.
Oh, that's what we told Ols too.
Well,
Ols, you can't. Ols, you know, you can't just take a guy's head off whenever you want.
Yeah.
I got 4 shifts a game. I'm taking 2 penalties.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm those 2-for-1s. I'll get 2 in 1 shift.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I did want to get into a bit about the mentality that on the women's teams. Like I said, at the time, there's no like professional sports team to play for after. So after you graduate, that's it. How do you keep girls motivated during the year if you're on a bad team or just throughout the year? Like, how do you keep girls practicing hard, caring about the wins and losses? Like, what's that mentality like? What kind of antics are there? Antics used to keep motivation there? Like ours was always, you know, like, well, we're not losing on a Saturday night at the Ralph because
We're going
Oh,
home.
yeah.
we know if we win,
Oh yeah.
we've got a nice night ahead of us. So, like, good luck beating us on a Saturday at the Ralph.
No, we were like that too. I mean, we had a dry season our senior year and half of our junior year, so it's kind of hard to, you know, have that mentality our senior year. But junior year was like, all right, girls, let's sweep. Like I remember we swept North Dakota and we just hit the town. I mean, do you remember that night?
Yeah, I do.
They were
But
number 4.
I think we both also came from, I mean, well, Ohio State wasn't good. Providence was not good. So, like, being on a team, especially, and again, like you said, I think when you're girls and you're like, and some girls, I think at this point, I don't even know if there was an NWHL at this point.
No.
And, like, obviously there's some girls that are like, I want to make the Olympic team. Like, that was kind of the end goal. I don't even know if there was an NWHL at that point.
No,
but,
there
like,
wasn't.
and I don't really know if guys hockey is the same, but again, I think you have other things to strive for. Like if your team is bad, you're like, I can still go out because
Yeah.
like someone's looking at me. Like
Yeah,
that was never
for
a
sure.
thing. So I think
Yeah.
like at Providence, we weren't a good team, and it's just like, oh, just like another loss. Like it is like there was no way to really get motivated because I think it just like there was
Yeah.
nothing else really going for you besides the team thing.
Yeah.
But at Ohio State, and again, like, so we had this coach that came in, Nadine Mozzarella, and
Yeah.
she completely turned the program around in 4 years. Like, they won the national
2
championship
years.
year.
Our senior year, we were really good.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, yeah, just from the time she started till
Yeah.
a national championship. But, or even our junior year, we were, like, pretty average.
Yeah.
But,
We still could hang with teams though.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think just being on a good team, especially in women's hockey, is even more important. And again, I don't know what it's like to be a guy, but like our senior year, again, we had a dry season.
Literally could not drink.
Like junior
At
year,
all.
we had a dry season and got in trouble, and
Yep.
and you know,
It was horrible.
yeah. But like senior year was like legit dry season. Like
Yeah.
you're done if you drank.
We went through a couple dry seasons too.
The full
Yeah.
season though.
Not full
No.
It's
season.
a long
Yeah.
season.
It is. That's
Yeah.
a long season.
Full
And
season,
was that
full
was
season sounds like, do you want to win a game?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're on a full season dry spell, I mean,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Right.
what are we playing for? So how did you guys?
So again, that's what it was, and that's why our senior year was so special, and that's kind of the year we like turned the program around because
We were freaking
we just
good.
had like we were just like there's literally nothing like it. Like we were just such best friends and like
Yeah.
would just do different things, but we were so close and like literally
Yeah.
a family, like literally sisters and so close, and would just kill it and just wanted to play for each other because we literally didn't. I mean, there was other things to play for,
Yeah.
but
Right.
you know what I mean. We weren't like let's sweep Minnesota so we can go out and
No.
have fun and go to an Ohio State football game. Like we
Yeah.
weren't going to the football games. We were literally sitting at home. So yeah, what else do you play for? And we
So, I
played
mean,
for each other.
How much did you guys obey the dry season?
I
I'm
am
not gonna lie, I broke it once.
Because I know when we had
So did you, Liv.
we had dry spells for like 2 weeks, and I think every guy on the team broke it.
No, I mean,
But
half
that's
our
a,
team
that,
broke
again
it.
back
Half
to
our team broke
the
it.
difference between girls and boys hockey.
Yeah.
On a girls hockey team, it's different. And I
Drama.
think this is just like a guy and a girl thing, but girls will tell on you.
Oh, yeah.
If you
Yeah,
drink.
100%.
Guys-
that's the
guys
difference.
They wanna
there.
play. They're like-
It's 100% true. I don't care. There are girls on the team who will tell on you
Yep.
100%. And I think that guys, if you're on a guys team, it wouldn't be like
Would
that.
never go to the coach.
It's-
In our view, as long as you show up to the rink and
Yep,
fucking
do your
skate
job.
hard and fucking work
Yeah.
hard, nobody's ever gonna fault you for
No.
doing that. Like,
Oh, and
Yeah, if
and
you-
every guys hockey team we'd say that to. We're like, no, the girls would tell on us.
There's
And they're
rats.
like, no way. And we're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
They,
yeah,
did, they
that's-
couldn't believe it.
that's
No,
a
yeah, it
crazy
is crazy.
aspect.
It is crazy to think about, like, because I know when we were on dry spells, the entire team would still go out and have
Oh, yeah.
parties.
Yeah.
But it's like
It was
no
more-
one's ratting on anyone.
No.
No matter like as much as you hated, as much as you wanted to play,
Exactly.
you're not telling on anyone.
Yeah, I respect you guys for like sticking with it, even though it was because like you just didn't want to get in trouble because you knew somebody would
Oh, yeah.
fucking tell on you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I just think the full aspect, because I mean, for us, it was more of like a kick in the ass. Like, we're fucking terrible. Like, we gotta not drink. Like, we gotta tighten up. That was more of our understanding.
Like we know we're
Yeah.
gonna drink even if we lose, so let's not drink, and we can drink if we win.
yeah,
So there's a
Also-
little motivation.
yeah.
Also, I think it's a leadership thing, like
Totally.
not outside of the coach, but a leadership thing in the like captains and the way that your team is being led. And
Yeah.
I
Sure
think
it
it's a
is.
lot
Yep.
different for men and women.
Yeah.
For sure it is. Because our coaches would try to put, dry spells or, dry season sender. We used to call it senders.
Sender.
You go
Dry
on a sender-
January.
Yeah, you go on a sender.
Yeah.
And, if you're the captain or one of the older guys in the team, like you're going up to the coach and saying like, hey, that's enough. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not, we'd have guys going up to coaches being like, hey, that's enough. Like we're in college. We're not going on sender for the whole fucking year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Half these guys are here. They're going to be done after college. Like they don't want to go on a sender their whole
Right.
college career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else? So our senior year, thank God we were good, because that dry season would have sucked if we were bad.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that first weekend.
And I don't think girls would have done it if we were bad.
No, but I remember that first weekend we swept Minnesota. Like, I was like, okay, we're actually going to be good this year. Like, we swept Wisconsin. We beat Wisconsin, I think, 3 out of the 4 games. Like,
Our
I was
senior
like,
year was the best year in Ohio State program.
we only lost
history.
like
So
7 games, 6 games. Like, made the
All
Frozen
those
4.
years are so fun too.
Oh yeah, and it was like Muzzy would blame it on we're not drinking like these other girls, like whatever. But thank God we were good, because that would have sucked.
Yeah.
Imagine we
It
lost
would have
every
been.
game.
It would
Yeah,
have been horrible. Like,
Yeah.
you're losing, then you can't have fun. Like, what are we?
Yeah, what are we gonna do?
doing here? And I respect you guys, the fact that you guys were winning and you stuck to it. Because
yeah.
I'll give you an example. Gage's senior year, my junior year, we weren't doing very well. We put the fake whatever on, and then senior year, we were the first team to miss the tournament in 17 years. Like,
Wow.
as a leadership group, like, you're pulling at straws. Like, you don't want, so you're like trying to. I'll admit, I was one of the captains at North Dakota that was like, boys, like, the reason we could drink every single day my sophomore year is because we lost 5 games all year.
yeah.
Like, when we
And
come
that
out,
was we drank out of all my 4 years, the year we won and were the best. That was like the whole year we were drinking so much.
Oh, yeah.
And partying so much because we were like, no one's going to beat
But that's
us.
what we say too. Like
Yeah.
even when we go back for like alumni weekend, it's like the girls on the team are not going to
They
do the
still can't
alumni
drink.
because they can't drink with us.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
that does suck.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it builds the camaraderie. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
Good
God,
on you
yes.
guys that you guys were able to continue to build that without
Yeah.
that
Right.
college experience. Like, that's saying something in
Yeah,
its own
and that's
right.
why that year was so special, because it's like, what other group of girls could do that and just
100%.
7 months.
and we never drank together or anything like
Yeah.
that. So
So I respect that, because we fucking, like I said, we tried doing everything, and I fucking love drinking. Like, it's, you know, I
I
was in
think
college.
everyone here can explicitly
Yeah.
say
Like, truthfully, I wasn't the guy that thought he was going to play in the NHL. Like, I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is pretty
Reality
much
check.
this is pretty much my fucking go zone. So like, I want to have fun just as much as the next guy. But when you're built on that tradition of like winning, and you're not winning at North Dakota, like, you are trying to do everything you can
Oh, especially
to get back in
especially
that.
if you're in North Dakota and you're walking around and you're losing games, like you're walking around public and people are pissed at you. And they're like,
But I think that
Look at
goes
this
back to
Sure.
the guy hockey versus girl hockey
Yes.
thing. Like, I think that girls don't have that same mentality, and some girls definitely do.
Yeah.
But there's so many girls that are like when I was at Ohio State, I didn't play a lot, and I'm like, I was totally fine with it. I was like, I'm here to cheer on the girls. Like,
oh yeah,
this is it for me. Like, I had my job lined up. I was
Yeah.
like,
you did.
I love these girls. I'm gonna cheer them on. Like, I know my role.
Yeah.
But I think as a guy, especially when you come to the NHL, it's like, let's fucking go. I want to get better every year
Yeah.
because I have something bigger to play for.
Yeah, that's fair.
So true.
And I'm glad we're talking about this, because this pulls into the whole fact, like, how do you keep yourself motivated when there's not that next step? So I think that's just really cool.
yeah. And
that you
we've,
guys
I
have.
mean,
circle.
we've talked about it multiple times, like how much the people who don't have a huge part in the team, like Olson and I weren't on the first power play, first line. We weren't winning the games for the team, but it's like how important you are in the locker room with the mindset of the team, staying positive. Like Liv, if you're not playing a lot at Ohio State, you're still playing a huge role in the team, being positive, you know, being a good person in the locker room, being friends with everyone. Like that means a lot to everyone. And without that little aspect, like, are you guys as good as you are?
Exactly.
With a person who's out of the lineup, being positive, happy, being happy at the rink, practicing, like that goes a long way. It goes a long way.
does.
There's no
Totally.
sugarcoating it. Like, you don't want to be out of the lineup. You don't want to have bad days. You don't want to. But I think that builds into post hockey, like your job.
yeah.
You're gonna you
100%.
have awful days at your job, but you just kind of keep going. That athlete mentality, like
100%.
this is a
100%.
shitty fucking day, but
Yep.
I'm gonna get through it, and there's gonna be better times ahead. So I just
Yeah.
think that's.
I think it
love
it builds character 100%. Like,
Yep.
I think every role you play in hockey, like, we were all probably really, really good in high school and growing up. Like, you were the best player, and then you
Yeah,
get
it's
to
a
college
big-
and you're like,
It's a big change.
yeah, 100%. But I
Yeah.
think, every role, and that's why, like, I love, and I think employers too, like, love college athletes, especially the ones that were a college athlete, because they understand what
we
you
went
went
through.
through.
Yeah.
And not because you were the best player. Literally, after college, no one knows if you were good at hockey.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't
Exactly.
matter.
No one cares.
Who cares?
No, it's just what you went through, and again, like, respected. Like, if you didn't play in the lineup, like, you are so respected because you were there for the team. You weren't that person who was bitching and pouting. Like,
Yep.
that speaks volumes about character.
Yeah.
and
Totally.
that's what you get as an athlete too. Like, I know just being in mini movers and having ex-college athletes working with us for a certain amount of time, you can just tell who was a college athlete, right? Like,
Yep.
you can just kind of tell from what they had been through. You know, the days that don't matter, they're still, you know, putting in the work, putting in the effort. And the days that don't matter are sometimes the most important days, because you think
Yep.
that's a time to, you know, sit back and do nothing. And those days still matter
Yep.
just as much as the rest. So you do learn very valuable things when you're being a college athlete
100%.
and,
Oh my gosh,
and
yeah.
going through the days like that. And
Oh yeah.
like, I wanted to say, like, you guys went on sender at UND. It was kind of funny. We did go on a couple of senders just because we got in too much trouble. But there was also times where, you know, we'd get swept by a team that we shouldn't get swept. We shouldn't have been swept by. And,
Oh yeah.
you know, Dane Jackson would come in the room and be like, "Hey, fucking mandatory party. All you guys are going there tonight.
Yeah.
You're going to this party. You're hanging out. You guys need to fucking get a little closer as a crew." And that's what we did. We throw a party after we get swept and all get a little closer and build some camaraderie there for the rest of the season. There's different ways to do it, right? Like, and it's all about the team building. And sometimes the easiest way to team build is having a couple fucking beers together. And
Yeah.
having a good
100%.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
So let's get back to a little bit of the lighter stuff. What are some memories from Ohio State
Yeah.
between
We're-
you two, whatever it might be, whether it's a game day or a special story? Or is there anything that pops out?
Oh, yeah.
What do you got
I can
for
think
us?
of one right away. And Liv just sent me the video of this pregame we threw for Michigan, Ohio State. Okay, so Michigan, Ohio State at the shoe. It was our junior year. They played at 11:30 a.m.
Okay.
So
They always play at noon. Every time.
Or was it noon?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. And I remember the night before, I'm like, Liv, we got to throw a banger. Like, we haven't thrown a banger at our apartment yet. Like, this is a perfect time. Ohio State, Michigan. We're like, okay, we go to Kroger, the Cub Food.
We're
Sub.
so poor.
Yeah, so poor. So poor. So poor.
Costco membership.
No, we're so poor. We load up on everything.
You guys don't even
think
know.
of.
You don't know what Kroger is.
Do you?
I know.
I know
Kroger.
Kroger.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know.
So we go there. We spend like an hour getting everything. We got donuts and mimosas and Four Locos, of course, and what else? Like
$5 champagne.
Yeah, yep, everything because we were throwing a banger, right? So we go to bed super early that night. Like I was like, we gotta go to bed at 8. We're getting up at fucking 4 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
we sure did. We got up at 4 a.m. for this pregame. We had my boyfriend and all his friends come over at like 5. We're like, guys, you got to be over at 5 a.m. We're starting this pregame. We're making eggs. We've got everything.
Eggs and Tito's.
Eggs and Tito's.
That was the
I have a video
specialty.
of
That's
Logan, my boyfriend's friend, pouring Tito's on his eggs,
Yep.
mixing it in.
It was mandatory.
Shout out Brandon Barker. And it was just so much fun. Like we had so many people there. I think I fell asleep at 11 a.m. and woke up when the game was in overtime. Yep.
Yeah. And we went out
That's an
until
elite
3
pregame.
a.m.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
we
you-
went
oh.
out. And then we went.
We went
I
out.
love
No,
that.
no, we were just literally sending each other
Yeah, we
Snapchat
were.
stories of it.
Yeah.
So what were the go-to spots?
Oh my God.
They've changed,
It's
sadly,
changed.
but
Midway.
Midway and
Bullwinkles.
Bullwinkles, top 2.
Really?
Bullwinkles.
Bullwinkles.
This
That
is-
sounds
I
like
like
a
that
Total
name.
club.
It was
I wanna
sick.
get the Bullwinkles
It
right
was
now.
sick.
Total club.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
Honestly, one of the coolest college bars I've ever been to.
Yeah, you guys gotta check these
Like,
out.
compared to the U, none of us went to the U.
No.
No.
I-
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Literally insane.
do you guys like to dance?
yes.
Of course.
When you go out at the U, you can't really dance anywhere.
There's
Now that you
nowhere.
say that,
You make
there's
your own
nowhere.
dance
You
floor.
go to,
nowhere.
but you go to Sally's or
You can't
Blarney's
dance
and you
there.
just sit and
Sally's,
chat.
Barney's. When we were in
The
school,
KK wasn't a thing,
KK was the library.
Yep,
It was
that's
terrible.
right. It was called the.
but you
library.
couldn't go just bust it down anywhere with the girls.
No,
And
there was nowhere in Dinkytown.
God,
to
I
do
respect
that.
You had to go to like the exchange downtown or
Respect
something.
that
Yeah,
so
and at
much.
Ohio State, every bar is like you can just
Drop it.
drop it low every
Oh.
night of the week.
I fucking love that.
Danny says the exchange. Jesus, you gotta wear the Kevlar there. Fucking put on the bulletproof vest and head to exchange.
I've never been.
You never
You
been
got
there?
your Kevlar
No.
on,
Been
bro?
there once.
No?
and it was a, it
Probably
was
stay
an,
back.
It was an experience.
I got this.
Get behind me.
Oh my God. I don't know where else you could drop it low in Dinkytown.
No,
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
So it was so much fun. Oh my God.
So where would you guys like? Was there any? I don't know how you guys traveled. So we always talk about when we traveled to away destinations. We took the charter flight and we'd fly home right after. So we
Yeah.
never really got to experience the away towns. Like, was there anywhere that you guys would go on the road and be like, "Let's go! Like, we're going here! Like, fire up!"
Well, I mean, do you mean like going out or
Well,
just
just
hockey?
even
Either
it's
way.
hot-
So we
either way.
couldn't
We couldn't go out.
think about. We
Yep.
couldn't go out.
It was
Yep.
just tattles.
That's true.
So,
So you couldn't keep it like, because I mean, we knew that we didn't want other guys in the team knowing that we go out, but we went to Duluth our junior year, and my class went out to a house party after Friday night game, and we had to play Saturday. We're at this house party in Duluth in our tracksuits until like 2:30 a.m.
again, I think it's
Just
little
partying,
guy
like-
sports versus pro
Yeah.
sports.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Like my boyfriend played baseball at Ohio State. They went out every single night, every away trip that they were at,
Oh yeah.
Really?
and just had a ball.
Yeah.
And would make like friends and Literally one time they were playing Hawaii at Ohio State, and the whole Hawaii team was at the baseball house after we
yeah.
were drinking with them all night to their flight. Like, that doesn't happen in girls hockey,
Unfortunately not.
sadly. Yeah.
So then, where was your favorite
hockey, yeah, like-
where was your favorite hockey destination? As in, like, fans, rink, atmosphere, food,
Just
whatever it
game,
might be.
Yeah,
like
food, you're getting a good meal there.
That's the thing about Ohio State. Like, atmosphere for girls hockey, we had the only rink that was packed.
Yeah.
Wisconsin was packed.
I guess Minnesota,
And
Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
But it wasn't the same.
I know. I really like playing at Minnesota and Wisconsin. I mean, it was packed,
Yeah.
for the most part, and it was tough. A couple of games I remember, like we lost like probably 5-6-1, and Wisconsin's got this chant where they go 1, 2, 3. We want more, whatever the score is. And I'm just like, got up to like 7 one time, and I was like, oh my God. Get me out of here.
It did.
That's like MINNESOTA.
Yeah.
Play Minnesota.
And all the
Put up
Minnesota people
6
know the whole thing, and you're like trying not to say it. You're like,
Yeah, that's the
Oh, we always
Gage.
said that we played fucking Minnesota and they scored another one. And they beat us like 6-5, or we tied 5-5. Every time they'd score, I'd just be so pissed on the bench.
Yeah.
Am I?
and you're like, don't do it. Yeah.
Fucking
It's kind of catchy.
I'm saying their chant. I'm saying their chant like, am I? Am.
Yeah. Totally catchy. You know
You're
what?
so pissed, but you're like, God damn
Yeah.
it, that's sick.
What team did we were going to play a team, and our whole entire lift, we listened to their fight song.
Oh my God.
What team was it?
that? Hold on. Oh, it was Wisconsin. Pretty
Was
sure.
it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, we just want to play this to get super annoyed and get so pissed.
It
if
was
they're gonna
definitely
play
Minnesota. It was definitely Minnesota.
How bizarre is that?
They're playing it so they just get more pissed.
Yeah. Was it Minnesota?
I think it was.
And
I
Danny
remember-
and I are like, M-I, like in our lift, like, fuck you, we're not lifting.
Yeah,
They're all just setting personal records. Fuck this song.
Yeah.
totally.
You're going to score on me, fucking MINNESOTA.
Danny and I were definitely not the tryhards that
No,
lift.
not in
Me
the gym.
either.
Not in the gym at
Speaking my
all.
language.
We both had
I
bad
was
backs.
dancing in the gym.
I can't relate.
Dancing, me too.
I can't relate. I was an animal in there.
Were you?
You're one of them psychos.
I was a big yoga girl, especially going
So
into
I mean,
senior year.
you don't have any. Where was a place where like you had to go on the road and you're like, God damn it, we got to go here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Worst trip.
We got to go there.
Worst
God
trip?
damn.
Worst trip.
I remember driving to Penn State 2 years. I loved playing at that rink. I mean, that rink is sick, but I just remember the drive being a bitch.
Okay, at Ohio State, for girls, I mean, we were very spoiled. Like, we did charter and stuff like that. At
Here and
Providence,
there.
we drove everywhere, especially because you play on the East Coast,
We
so
only-
you like can drive everywhere.
Yeah.
But
We only
It was
chartered our
brutal.
senior year though, like when we were good. Like
But I was
I
only
did,
there
I
2
never
years,
did,
so-
I never did freshman, sophomore, junior, and then like we were good senior year, and so Muzzy put some money into it and was like, get these girls a charter plane. So that was
coolest
nice.
experience, though. I mean, it was sweet that we went to the Frozen Four, but we went to BC.
Oh, yeah.
And Ohio State. I don't know
To
the
go to
last
the
time they
Frozen
played
Four.
BC. But a girl on our team, Olivia Soares, her dad was a firefighter for Boston. And we showed up to the rink to play BC, and the whole entire Boston fire department was there, like sirens on, all with Ohio State flags, like
That's
Boston
sweet.
Fire
The
Department.
band out there.
That's
Yeah, like
sweet.
it was absolutely all time, and we beat BC, and that was the first time we made it to Frozen Four in program history, and it was like
So sick.
that was like the coolest game ever for me.
So how
I
do you
agree.
think? How do you think that coach? I mean, they just won the national championship,
Yep.
which to me is kind of insane because in girls hockey, it's always been
Minnesota.
Wisconsin, Minnesota, Clarkson,
BC.
BC. Like,
Oh, yeah.
how does Ohio State come out of the woodworks there and just win the national championship? I mean, how does that happen?
Dude, I don't know. Like, it has
Like-
to be Muzzy. Like, Muzzy has been a big part of
Yeah.
that program. I mean, her recruiting, like, these girls are really good. Like, we have girls from Wisconsin now transferring to Ohio State. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
you never used to see that. It's always, the opposite.
Yeah,
So it's
I mean,
cool to see.
Muzzy's her nickname. That's why we keep saying that. But she came from the Gophers. She was assistant coach. She played at the U.
Yep.
Great all-time hockey player. But I mean, once she got to Ohio State, like absolute hard ass. But she had
Hard
to be.
ass.
She, like we told you guys, like the coaches got fired. She came to campus, and it's like,
She had to do something.
yeah, like she had to gain all of her respect.
Well,
So
you don't. yeah, you
Yeah.
as a player, you're always like fucking hard ass. It's like Herb Brooks, like they can hate me, but they're gonna like each other.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
That's
that
right?
true.
Like that's like kind of what Dave Hackstall was like. They'll hate me, but they'll like.
He is
each
my
other.
best friend, so.
Yeah.
yeah, and then that's how she was, like literally to a T. And like I'll be in Columbus and we'll grab lunch, and it's like people are like, Muzzy fucking hated you. I'm like, yeah, but I fucking love her now. We're
Yeah.
like so close. Like I could
That's
reach out to her for anything.
She's doing her job.
was her coaching style different? Just she was a hardo, but
Hardo.
was it like totally different from everything else? Like what were the
Yes.
differences between like?
I have had a guy coach my entire life. So that was a big transition for me. She was a hardo.
I bet girl coaches are more scary than.
Yes.
I'd be more scared
No,
of
they
a
are.
hardo girl.
Yeah.
than
Jenny
a hardo
Potter?
guy. Like a hardo guy, I'm like, you're just a fucking guy who
Yeah.
thinks he's got it. Like
No.
a hardo girl, you're like, she means business.
No, seriously. It was scary. Like, there was
Look-
a couple moments where I was like, holy shit.
Like, did the guy coaches tiptoe around shit, or like, what was the big difference between the two?
That's a good question. What would you say?
I mean, I had a guy coach at Providence. Maybe they would. I mean, Muzzy's very, very
Up front.
straightforward. Like
Yeah.
cutthroat, dry. And I do now that you say that, like guys probably feel like they can't be like that because
Yeah, you probably
Hurt
feel,
her feelings.
because of girls.
You probably feel more comfortable as a girl telling a girl, being hard on a girl as a girl versus when you're a guy trying to be hard on a girl. You're like, what's the line here? I don't know how far. I don't know how far to go.
yeah, exactly. You don't know
Yeah.
the connect between.
Like if you're a guy
Yep.
and you're yelling at a guy, you're like, you don't feel bad. You're like, I can go all in on this
Yeah.
guy. But if you're talking to a girl, you're like, how far can I go with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before she's like,
Gonna cry.
yeah,
Dad,
and I
Dad,
think
come kick this guy's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think girls can also gauge girls better, right?
100%.
Like guy coaches are like, and my guy coach had like daughters our age, but it's like, oh, like I'm sure he's like, my daughters, if I say this, like they would like fucking, freak out. But
Yeah.
like our coach is like, I know this girl can take it because I was this girl. She was a college hockey player, the best of the best. Like she knew how to handle girls.
Totally.
I like that. I mean, truth be told, I was more. I'm a sensitive human being, so like the yelling and
Yeah.
that whole match.
So is Danny.
I am
I
too.
wasn't-
I take
I-
it to the heart.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's nothing. It's just kind of how I was brought up and whatever. So I felt more
Yeah.
connected to a coach when they were honest to me, but they just like tell me straight up, don't motherfuck me or do anything stupid like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
because that shit just doesn't register in my mind. To
Well,
me, that's
yeah.
like, okay, what the fuck did I do wrong then? Like what the fuck is this guy talking
That's
about?
what
Yeah.
that's what makes a good coach.
I was
is
just gonna say
knowing,
that.
knowing the
Yeah.
personalities on each team. Like, I know my coach. Like, if he's a good coach, he's gonna fucking yell at me if I do something,
Yeah,
and he's gonna call me a stupid motherfucker. And if he calls me that, I'm like, fuck this guy. I'm going now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus other guys, there's plenty of other guys who, if a coach were to say that to him, they'd shut down and not be as good.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a lot of personality studying and knowing each personality on the team and knowing what's right and what's wrong and how you can. It goes back to the Herb Brooks fucking test. Like, I want to know how hard I can push these guys.
yeah,
Totally.
Yeah.
I want the fucking Jimmy Craig that wouldn't take the test.
yeah.
And I think
You want
that
me
we
to
were,
take the test?
and we were, I think like that year, like I think our junior year, which we were still kind of bad, was like her kind of, getting a feel for Ohio State,
Yeah.
et cetera. And then our senior year, she's like, I need to test these guys, and this is like the group to do it. Like she built that group.
Yep.
She got her coaching staff in. She was ready to go and was like, this is it. Like I'm going to push them until their limits. And we
Yep.
came together and we were there and we showed up day in and day out for the girls. Like we
Yeah.
were like, I literally remember us being in the locker room and we're like, this is us. Like right
Yeah.
here. Like this is it. Like doesn't matter what she says. Like we're
Yep.
going to go out there and fucking kill it. Like no matter what. And
Yeah.
that's why we were so
She
close.
still references like that year all the time. Like even this year when she got interviewed, like to go to the Frozen Four or whatever, she was like, God, that 2018 team that started it all, like, which is so cool to hear, right? Like, I don't know.
It is.
Yeah.
It's really cool to hear. Like it's, essentially you guys were the ones that
Yeah.
laid down the groundwork for what the program is.
Yeah.
Like, you guys weren't part of the national championship team, but you guys were absolutely a part of it. That's what this,
Yeah.
like, the culture
Yeah.
aspect of college hockey
That's
is.
what I tell all those guys
Yeah.
that came before us too. Like that, I had my freshman and sophomore year. Those older guys, I'm like, I know you guys weren't on the ice with us that won it, but
Yeah.
you were the ones who showed us how to get there.
Yeah.
Laid the
Like,
foundation.
You held your ground. You're the older class. You led us to be those type of guys that we were when we won.
100%.
And you have as much to say. I mean, you have a part in that
Yeah.
for sure.
100%.
100%.
But that's it's been a great episode so far, guys, and thank you guys for coming on. First girls on the podcast.
Woo.
I've wanted it for so long.
Ow!
And they both told me they're around this Monday, so I'm like, we're getting you on for sure.
I love it. You guys paved the way for Ohio State. Now you paved the way for the gals on
yeah.
this show. So
Breaking barriers.
yeah, but we're excited. It's something, you know, that we obviously haven't done yet. So we're very appreciative of you guys, and you guys are great. So
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Yeah, thanks for having
It's
us.
an honor.
We loved it.
It has been.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. We'll see you guys next week.